But we don't have to converse on that if everyone's kind of wanting to keep a good Monday vibe going.
Nah, what were you thinking? So when you saw that, when you say it gave you that, what are you talking about? If we don't talk about it,
I always think I don't know if this is weird, but I always get this, especially when it's that close. As far as someone from New York, someone that you like I said, I've seen this guy out growing up as an adult. I remember seeing this guy out. And I also remember how I was. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember being a younger guy, being on a train, bugging out with my friend. While like it always put me in that zone that that shit could be you. Like we take for granted how easy it is for certain things to happen to us depending on the circumstance and the situations we be around. So when I see situations like this, that's the first thought that always came to mind. Like, nigga, that could be you. That could be your kid. That could be your son. Like, my son is in New York now. Like, what happens? Like, I'm not gonna always be around him. Like, we live in a wild city. I know kids get on the train and bug out and get confused for just being wild. It's like, no, they just looking to express themselves, whatever the fuck it is. And to think that the opportunity is there for someone to just take that and decide this is the moment to become a vigilante and take someone's life, and then also watch them not receive any punishment for it. It's like, and then I don't like the fact that we gotta know him as that. Like I liked knowing him as the guy that was on 42nd getting busy doing the Michael moves. I didn't want to know him as the nigga that got killed on the train. Like I just don't like that.
Hey, do you know how they justify the verdict? Like why he wasn't guilty?
Nah, I ain't even read into it. Once I saw that they I didn't even want to. I don't even need no reason. It's bullshit. Like, you
Nah, I hear you.
know what I'm saying? The nigga got murdered. Like, got
what if they
Wasn't
even
he?
try to charge him with? What were the charges that they tried to? Because you
um
know how they'll do the manslaughter type games and
yeah,
try to different charges.
they tried to charge him with manslaughter. It was split within the jurors, and then I believe that they said they needed to come back with the lesser charge or whatever. Honestly, I don't give a fuck what the proceedings was. Bottom line is this shit was fucked up. It's fucked up. There's never no reason, never no excuse. First off, you're a Marine. The chokehold you place on him, you know the effects of that chokehold, and by holding it that long, the effects that it can have on a person. So that alone should give you some level of punishment. I wouldn't give a fuck if his intentions wasn't to kill this man, like you did. There should be some punishment for it. I see people get charged with way more for way less. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
to get off with no charges is a little crazy, and I don't know the deep because it was somewhat local, and there was national news about it, but we didn't get much details outside of that. So knowing exactly what happened, he still definitely should have some sort of charges, like throwing a chokehold on somebody for dancing because he wasn't attacked. It wasn't a self-defense situation, was it?
hmm no. It was. I mean, I guess the story was the guy was being erratic on the train, and I don't whatever he was doing. Like, first off, when you live in New York, let's just get something clear. Everyone is erratic on the fucking train. Like, nigga, you on the train. Like this is just the world that we live in. Like,
I was gonna say that's like in Chicago too. They do the same shit on the red line or the
yeah,
blue line or whatever. They just do the same shit. It's not a hard. It's not
yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's not normal.
Yeah, so it's like when I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, in Cali, they don't do that, bro. That's wild. When I heard about that shit, I was like, niggas be on the train doing y'all niggas on the pod was talking about niggas be pissing on the train and all this other shit,
Oh,
nigga.
oh,
Hell
nah,
nah.
listen, the train, first off, when I first started taking the train as a kid going to school, that's where I saw all the wildest shit. Like, I remember there was a guy, because I lived in the Bronx, there was a guy that used to ride in a 2 train, and he had no legs, and he would just go in and out of the carts on a skateboard. Well, not a skateboard, but it was like a little nah, listen, but I don't want to laugh because it's not funny, but yeah,
Bro.
but listen, he would go through the carts, and you know what's funny? If any of y'all ever saw the movie Kids, it's a movie with it's produced by Harmony Korine, and Rosario Dawson is actually in it. There's a scene where they actually show that dude that used to be in and out of the train station, and he would always sing, damn, I don't want to sing it.
I have no legs.
There you go. Yeah.
I have no legs.
Yeah.
Classic moment in cinema history.
Yeah, like,
And that's not funny to you,
nah,
bro?
it was funny then as a kid, but when you grow up, you be like, yo, that's fucked up. This nigga is like, see, now you're gonna make me laugh, yo.
I didn't know that was an actual like local
Yeah,
nigga.
that-
I thought they paid an actor to do that
No.
shit. That's a real
that
nigga.
was a real man. There was also another dude, Spanish dude who used to wear all white. He used to have long black hair, and he used to hold a booklet over his face saying, like, literally saying he was an angel and everyone else on the train were devils. And if you tried to look at him, he would like spaz out. He would like telling you these are the shit niggas was experiencing. Then you talk about all the kids that go on the train and they doing a 1-2 flipping on the bars and trying to get some money up. Like, the train in New York is just an erratic place.
Yeah, that's wild, bro. Yeah.
Lavita, I
Yeah.
seen you came up. First, I would like to say, do not speak to me in Spanish today. I'm not Puerto Rican today. I'm black, and I'm not. I don't want to hear it.
La vida. La vida.
All right, All right, that's good. She muted up. Oh, we can't hear you, Lavita. Nope, can't hear you, girl. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
my bad, my bad, my bad. I actually came on because the Jordan Neely case is really unfortunate and just speaks to such a larger bureaucratic issue here in New York City. Um, right now they are New York City public transportation and government are trying to pass a congestion pricing bill that would basically, for a cost of living adjustment, if you're someone who has to go down there for work or anything like that, this is going to be a major hit to you. Um, and the justification for this is really, as far as the what happened with Jordan Neely, is we are making the streets and the subway safe for you, and we are going to justify this congestion pricing cost over the unfortunate event of someone losing their life. And so, I know it was a very localized story, but by and large, if you pay attention to what is happening even in politics federally, um, it's a lot to be said for what we're paying attention to and what we're allowing on a local level and how that macro influences what happens to us politically. So, yeah, it's an unfortunate incident. And at the time that it happened, there were a lot of train incidences happening in the city. I live in the Bronx. Someone had fecal matter from a homeless person smeared on them. It's a lot of crazy shit happening. And by and large, riding the New York City subway is not a pleasant experience. But yeah, this is pretty sad.
And so the subway is typically used as like a shelter, as other places like out here. It's not crazy weather, so most of the unsheltered people are, outside in outdoor places if they're not in a shelter. So in New York, they're using the subways as kind of like a refuge or a place to
For
go
sure.
to stay away
Yes,
from the elements
it
or just,
definitely,
kind of post up.
yes,
Yeah.
that's definitely been happening. And to be honest with you, if you're anybody who's lived in New York for the past post COVID, the remarkable changes that has happened to us socially and economically in this city, even politically, it is like a whirlwind. You got to keep your wig fastened to your head because it's wild right now. And please do not think that this Jordan Neely case is happenstance and that it has nothing to do with, by and large, what is happening bureaucratically in this city. From a financial, the MTA right now is claiming to be bankrupt. However, the pays and salaries that are being delved out at the top of the MTA are larger than we've ever seen in the existence of the MTA. So go figure.
All right, girl. All right, look at you going ahead and knowing some shit.
Hey, who was that was just talking?
That was Lavita.
Oh, yeah, she know her shit.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes she come correct. Sometimes she come correct.
Lavita, do you know the details of the Jordan Neely
That's
situation? Like,
hate, buddy. That's the hate.
Ay,
That's hate,
papi,
bro.
ay, papi, no.
do you know what happened with the actual case and
So
like
it
what?
was actually, it's, to be honest with you, there's a disconnect between where the jury was on Friday, which it was almost being deadlocked on the case and calling back for some additional information, which led most of us to believe that there would be some sort of conviction, to today being found not guilty. I don't know what happened. Um, not much unlike most cases, jurors are talking these days, so I'm sure we'll hear more. But the the case is very, first of all, Daniel Penny was the only person charged in the case, but he was not the only person involved
That's
in the
true.
killing.
Yeah.
He was not the only person involved for the killing. However, he has become the poster person for the crime. The two other men who were involved, one was African American, one was Hispanic. Neither of them have been charged. One of them held his hand for the entire length of the incident. Neither of those men were charged. There is a woman who testified who said that she is pregnant. She said she felt in no fear for her life, and it was not unlike any other train ride that she had ever experienced here in the city. So I don't know.
That Marine was probably sitting there more scared for his life than anything, or going through whatever PTSD, whatever the fuck he was going through at that moment, made him think it was time for him to become
Well,
fucking Batman.
well,
And like,
and that's that this situation happened, and a lot of people are. Daniel Penny again has become the poster child for convicting from a very leftist standpoint, if I'm going to be honest, right? But unfortunately, the crime that was existing on the train in New York City at that time was unlike any that I have ever seen. And I'm from New York City and have lived here for most of my adult life. And unfortunately, him being charged to me was even a misnomer, because at the end of the day he should not have been put in a situation as another person just riding the train having to play vigilante. This man who was homeless and needed help should not have been, neither of them should have been put in this situation. And that's the truth. Civilians are not made to be protecting the rest for a reason. While he is someone who has some military background, he should have never been placed in that situation. I know a lot of people who have a background in slapping folks silly. They shouldn't be placed in situations where they have to make that decision. And that's it.
well, I know. I don't know how things will be addressed on the pod this week or tomorrow, whenever we record. But
Do you
I
think do you think he should have been how do you feel about the conviction or the lack of conviction?
um I I feel like yeah, he should be punished in some type of way. Yeah,
Well, at the
somebody
very
lost their
least, even
life.
in a car
Like
wreck, if you accidentally kill somebody in a car wreck, you get
yeah,
some form of manslaughter. Now, it's not the greatest. There's misdemeanor cases. Let's say he was having a traumatic experience. You take a life, you are responsible for that action.
I want to give an example, and I can't give it now. I'm gonna wait until after my case is done. But that's what even frustrates me so much more, because I'm experiencing something of maybe a level of trying to help trying to help someone in a moment where we're trying to help some people in a moment where they needed the help, and my help turned into me now being charged for something,
Right. This is why I'm
which
asking you, because
which
you have your own particular story
y-
that could be very
yeah,
akin to.
but yeah, like, so like for me, even just trying to deal with that, and me now knowing like I ain't take a life, like damn, I can't.
Beat the nigga up, man.
Yeah, like yeah,
And you don't want to
but
talk too much about it on this platform.
yeah,
But what
yeah,
I
yeah,
what I
yeah,
will
but
say
it's
is, hypothetically, right? Not even you,
mhm.
but anybody. Hypothetically, one wrong punch and someone's head hits the concrete in the wrong way, you're now in a different position. where you just
Exactly.
wanted to help versus now this is going to cost me.
Exactly. Exactly. So I'm not saying the man should be locked up forever. I'm not saying the man should, be deemed a horrible human for the rest of his life. But at bare minimum, something like the loss of life meant
I'm curious to know what his defense was.
that
Like,
little.
what defense can you present where it's like, all right, well, to have a jury, because he had a jury trial.
So
For,
slick,
I thought it was
so
self-defense.
slick. His defense really was, unfortunately, kind of the social climate of the transportation system at the time. As I said, there were a high number of huge publicized crimes happening on the New York City subway train. I don't know if you guys remember. If you're not from the tri-state area, you may not. There was actually a Hispanic couple on the train who ended up stabbing a black guy and full of a train full of people because they had a little argument, and it just got crazy. And the guy passed away. Neither of those two, the girl ran away. The guy wasn't charged.
he wasn't
So there
even
was also,
charged.
no, he was not charged because people on the train corroborated his story saying that this person was acting out of sorts and posed a threat. And also, there is also something coming to New York State law as far as self-defense and um and the right to bear arms here in New York City, and all of that stuff is wrapped up into this. So again, if you're from New York State, the right to carry, the right to defend, all of that is up for discussion right now. So these cases being publicized the way that they are really do wrap themselves and are marred in bigger political issues.
Vita did her homework today. What you did today?
Child, I'm smart.
You're what?
I'm as smart. I'm as SMRT. Okay.
That's
Mm.
not smart.
No, but you know
Okay.
what? This stuff has. I've grew up um, being someone who is really well read in the newspaper, and the newspaper isn't a thing that exists anymore, right? But I'm always super interested in what's happening in the world around me, because you never want to step outside being ignorant and falling prey to that ignorance. So I'm always trying to keep myself in the know on a myriad of subjects.
So what's the vibe out there like now that this has come down? Everybody knows, like,
It's business as usual.
mm,
Business as usual, to be honest with you. Right now, we are marred in a lot of stuff. I mean, our mayor is having like federal indictments and investigations against him. Well, we, hello?
Yeah, I ain't
yeah,
gonna lie. New York is
New
on some
York is
bullshit.
Gotham City for real. That's
It's not
crazy.
a
Yeah.
joke. It's not a joke.
Yeah, y'all tripping in New York, bro. I ain't gonna
The
hold
thing
you.
about it is that there really isn't anything like really different about New York except for how extreme the shit is. Because like everywhere got, unsheltered homeless people and they all are a little wild. But y'all be having like wild shit happening out there. Y'all
Well,
turn it up a notch every time.
well, us being a sanctuary city did not really hold up really well for us. And Texas was shipping those migrants here like nobody's business.
Blame it on the migrants.
I mean, hello. I mean, no, you can't really blame it on them, but it is something to be said that petty crimes in this city have gone up more than 10% in the last year and a half. And
Why don't you do something good and go down there and get one of them young migrants,
mm,
right?
hmm
And just bring them.
Change his life.
Never mind. Cause see,
Show the
cause
American dream.
I don't want to be. Listen, it's raining outside. I don't want to be somber no more. Listen, why don't you go down there,
oh,
right?
this feels very Jigga Jay-Z. I don't like it.
Oh
This nigga
shit.
Yo.
bullshit,
All right, never
bro.
mind. Never mind.
A joke. I beg you, it's a joke. Um,
Never mind.
how you feeling about that today? I had to mute the word Jay-Z on my timeline.
I am being
Okay,
paid to
okay,
go and talk,
okay. All
so
right.
I'm gonna go and
Well, all
yeah.
right. Well, all
Mm-hmm.
right.
I'm gonna share that where I need to share it, cause
Okay, so then let me ask you another question.
how y'all be doing? What's that thing y'all be saying? What's the thing the girls be saying? That, oh my God, child.
Honey,
Ciao.
that's it. That's
Child.
it,
Ciao.
honey. With the extra aisles, okay?
Oh shit,
It's a
man.
wild
Hey,
time.
shout out to Nikki for that.
Well, how about this? Since I can't really
Oh,
speak
happy
on it,
birthday,
how about
Nikki.
y'all speak?
Hey, Imani.
Did we
Good
shout out Nikki for
afternoon.
that? Like this is Nikki's
Ray,
doing?
what's up?
I'm sorry.
Shout out. It was her birthday
It was her
yesterday.
birthday, though. I do love her.
Oh, that shit was yesterday.
Oh,
Ain't
my
today.
bad.
All right, never mind.
Yeah, and we're having the bars are having a party all week.
Well, bro,
But Imani, I really came up here to just give you some love. I heard you talking about like the holiday downer thing. I did want to say to anybody out there feeling down, put that Christmas tree up and give yourself some joy. I know a lot of us, or some of us, who be in those situations are, surrounded by people during the day and most of the time, but we come home, make that space your happy space and feel the holiday cheer. Don't run away from it. That's
yeah,
my advice.
I appreciate that. I'm definitely not putting no tree up because then I gotta take that shit down by myself, and I'm not coming home just to watch that shit by myself.
Oh my God. See, niggas just say niggas want to be sad. Niggas just want to be sad. Oh my God.
That's a lot of work. And then if I go get a tree, I'm going to get the fake tree. And then the fake tree is like, where do you store that bitch? Like, where? Like,
Oh, I forgot y'all out there. Y'all ain't got that much storage space.
I'm not getting. First off, I'm not getting no
Well,
real
why
tree.
take it
That's
down? Make it your MLK tree.
girl.
I'm not gonna lie, mine stay up a little bit past January, but it makes me feel good when I go home and I see it's not even all the way done, and I just feel so
Listen,
loved.
y'all just like having that tree up because it take up the little spot in y'all living room that y'all ain't know what to do with. That's all it is.
It does. It does make my living room
I
look
don't want to hear
bigger.
that
I
shit.
swear.
It's that one little spot, that one little corner right by the motherfucking window that y'all always put that tree by.
And it'd be an empty spot all year. Like that's a tree spot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nope, I'm good.
She has got me in trouble, bro, because my girl been crying about getting a Christmas tree, and it's on speakerphone. So she like,
Yeah, put that tree
So
up.
nah. You got me having to spend money, and I don't want to spend no money right
Nah,
now.
see,
Like, come on.
see,
Come on now, get that girl her
you gotta put
tree.
you gotta put your AirPods on now.
I'm gonna get the tree. Man. I'm gonna have to, bro. That's why I don't listen to the pod around her ass, bro. Because I'll be getting in trouble
All right,
listening
so
to
listen,
you niggas, bro.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Now, I am on bullshit. I was putting up trees, when I was locked in with something. So you should have to do it too. Now, if you was dolo, you know what I mean? Fuck
Shut up, bro. I got it, bro. Damn, bro. You on my helmet, right? I got it, bro.
Bad, bro.
I'm gonna get a
Nah,
tree.
go to Walmart, grab one of them little punk ass $200 trees that you can unfold and fold back up.
Yeah.
Put it back in the box.
Nigga, $200. That's a decent
gift.
That's
her Christmas gift.
bro.
Get her the gift of a tree. Like, boop, one down. Got you, love.
All right, you got it. All right, I hear you. You got it, bro. I'm gonna get the deal.
A tree as a gift is gonna get you less.
Hold on. What time of the year you supposed to? What time of the year you supposed to put the tree up? This is right.
Thanksgiving.
It's supposed to be after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving, right?
After Thanksgiving.
Oh,
yeah, like the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, if you ain't got the tree now, you can go without it. Fuck it.
Yeah, y'all.
Bro, I got the lights up. I got the decorations outside. The house look good, bro. We just don't got a tree right now. Bro.
Oh, nah. Wait. If you decorated the house, you gotta get a tree, nigga.
That's the wildest shit ever. This thing got everything else besides the tree. What's going on, man?
Hey, fuck y'all,
that's
man.
funny, yo.
You know what I mean?
Oh shit, man, I ain't getting no fucking tree. Fuck all that.
Bye, humbug.
Yeah. Next year,
My
man.
youngest son just sent me his little list, and I was happy with his little list. I thought he's gonna go crazy.
Did you hit the site Did you?
Nah. He don't. Yo, listen. Let me tell you something. If there's one thing I can thank the Lord for, my kids are not. They not caught up on no bougie shit. Like the stuff that they want is actual personal items that they actually gonna utilize. So I'll be happy about that. Well, my oldest son is starting to get on his bullshit though. Like that nigga had the nerve to really ask me for some Mary sneakers, and I'm like, bro, nah, we ain't get there just yet.
Yeah, that's the same. The high school students, child. My
Yeah,
daughter,
you're great. Yeah.
yeah, she kind of lost her mind. She forgot I ain't got a man.
Yeah, you got to get your grades up for them Marys, my nigga. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't see kids having that same kind of obligation that we used to have. Like, yo, if you was fucking up in school, like, yo, Christmas wasn't gonna be that great. Like, if you was fucking up, you got suspended and shit like that. Like, you paid for that at Christmas time. Now it's just like, well, shit, you getting the shit all year round. Why are we stopping it now? Why are we trying to attach the school with the Christmas? Get the fuck out of here, Dad.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how did our parents trick us into that shit?
I'm gonna keep it a buck. Even when my grades was good, I mean, I had good Christmas, but I mean, I grew up like I would even say middle class. Like nigga, we was broke. I don't like we
It's
got what
different
we got, and
times.
we
It's
just
way
appreciated
different
that shit.
times.
That's
What'd you say,
fact,
Raqi?
bro.
So we lived in way different times. These new kids got
Yeah.
it so pleasant.
What? I was just happy to get about some Ghostbuster toys, and
You got the actual Ghostbusters toys. You didn't just get the demon catchers.
nah. They would give me the proton pack, and they would give me, the little. Bro, I grew up in the Bronx in the 80s, bro. Just times was different. Like we didn't even understand that we were broke. We were just broke.
How many times did you get
Yeah,
the Green
McDonald's
Army
was like
Man?
a
Niggas was
Oh
just
second
no,
living,
we
language
knew
bro.
we were
thing.
broke, child.
Getting a pack of the Green Army Man was the craziest shit in the world. Like, yo, you really trying to get this off still?
Oh nah. Listen, I'm gonna keep it a buck. My mom and pop never did me that dirty. Like
Oh,
I
you didn't get
remember.
the 100 pack?
Yeah,
Nah, I
yeah.
never got the 100 pack.
get the green and the tans. You get the broke up.
Nah, he actually got me the G.I. Joes. I remember when niggas used to get the bootleg wrestling toys, like they couldn't really afford the
And the
Hasbro.
legs would snap off at the hip?
Yeah. That nigga wasn't even Hulk Hogan. That nigga was Polk something like a
You got
bullshit name. Like,
The leg
hey,
snap off
homie.
is crazy.
oh man.
Nigga, I got Shaqs and Hillies, nigga, for Christmas, nigga, and I was juiced.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Wait, which Shaqs? Which Shaqs, man? Was it the Reebok
Nah, the
Shaqs or
Payless
was it
joints. I
the...
know the Payless
Nah,
joints.
the Walmart
Yeah, I
joints,
knew it,
The
nigga.
nigga.
Dunk Mans.
Oh,
Yeah,
That sounds
nigga,
like a
them.
90s baby.
Yeah. I thought I was fly until I went to school, nigga. I
See,
ain't go
You
home.
niggas,
them niggas
Not gonna
roasted
lie.
your ass.
you niggas don't remember Buster Brown and all that. See, oh man, it was some
Favors,
Damn,
Buster
how?
Brown.
Favors, Buster
You know you might
Brown.
be
Christ,
not that
favor.
old.
Favor. Oof.
My
Well,
bad. I forgot.
Yeah, some of y'all are like way older
All
than
right,
us,
don't put the
man.
way on
Nigga
it.
10
Don't put the
years.
Yeah,
way.
I
You
ain't
can
never heard of
31. I
Buster
don't know
Brown
what
a
the
day
fuck
in
a
my
Buster
life.
Brown is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
Buster Brown with some hard shoes, some walking shoes
nigga,
for adults.
them shits gave you soul for real.
Like,
The juniors.
like niggas used to make fun of me for wearing Reeboks at school, right? And that was just crazy.
Hey, nigga, I used to have them Allen Iverson Reeboks. Them bitches was hard.
Yo, you talking wealth, man. We talking about poor, man. We
No,
talking.
that was when I was young, bro. I was poor. Them AI Reeboks wasn't expensive.
Nah, y'all talk about shoes for a fashionable reason. We talk about shoes to just have something on your feet. Like it don't match shit.
Take your
You get
ass.
an all white pair and a black pair. You're gonna match everything.
All right, what
see,
about them Starberries? I had them Starberries.
And some fly
Them
sketches,
Starberries
nigga.
was
I had a pair of
$15.
Strawberries. I had a pair of
AJ,
Strawberries.
I have
I'm
4 pairs
talking
of
about.
Polo
Starberries.
boots?
I'm talking about the sneakers that your mom sent you to school with, and then you got to wear your good sneakers when y'all actually
Yeah, when you went somewhere. Yeah,
That's
it's
what I'm
like no,
talking
those are
about.
for the weekend
Not,
to
to
walk
wear
around the
those
mall
things.
Yeah.
He had to.
Hold on.
I don't know.
Some other people want to come up. Let me co-host somebody, man, because I hate leaving people. I just always go to co-host Slick because he just seemed like the most dignified.
I'm gonna get up out of here.
This nigga about to kick. This
the
is
most
crazy.
That,
Yo,
dignified.
that's
I
oh
crazy.
shit.
Wow.
I knew I was going
Wow.
to piss people off by
Wowie.
saying that.
Yeah,
That's
Wow.
why I said
That is
yo,
some darky malarkey right there.
that. Wait, Raqi
Yeah,
left
so we
because
ain't shit, basically.
He got her block
We ain't
policy.
shit.
Oh, man.
That nigga said we ain't.
That's fucked up, man. Oh, man.
Look,
All right, anybody else got something they want to add to this lovely conversation of being poor?
I'm happy that I'm not there anymore. Shout out to me.
Me too. Ellis, I see you up here. You got your hands up.
Well, shit, I'm still poor. Somebody help me, nigga.
Hey, right, bro.
help me.
Y'all niggas still talking about being rich, nigga. Help me, nigga.
Was
Ellis,
that
what's
Ace?
good, bro?
Yes, ma'am. I am poor and selling dick. Help me, please. Help me.
Wait. Hold on.
Now, Imani, what kind of little what are you
Now it's
running
taxi
here?
cab confessions. Is that what we
ladies
want?
and gentlemen, it's my
Hey.
time.
You said
You
you
know,
sell it.
AJ
Oh,
be
I should have
crazy.
known that he started advertising when Sonny came in. She's the dick expert.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Hello?
Sonny, you the dick expert?
I don't think so.
What? I'm about to say when that happened.
Nah,
Wait, but I do need to know about the competition. Now, what y'all was saying? What happened?
We was just comparing poor to rich and
Girl,
how
dick
good
straws.
these kids got it today, and how poor we were coming up in the 80s and 90s, and being able to appreciate money today.
I ain't gonna lie, it sound like y'all parents ain't fuck with y'all. They sent y'all to school and that bullshit.
Yeah.
Mine, you didn't.
you're not lying though. They did. Sonny with no
She might be
remorse.
telling the truth.
There was no way in the world niggas thought I was going to elementary school with good shit on living in the South Bronx. Wasn't happening. Sorry. Not in the 80s. It wasn't the time. We was all fucked up. We was all broke.
Nah, niggas wasn't really matching like that crazy. It was white shoes with everything at that age.
Listen, if we had money, we had no business being in the South Bronx. So let's just put that into account.
I want to tell you about good shit and bad shit. I didn't have no shit. I had 14 brothers and sisters.
There we go.
And I was in the 5th grade in the 70s. My mom only had $15 to give me for sneakers, me and my brother. The only thing we could afford in that store was some football cleats. And I wore the football cleats for the whole 5th grade.
Wait, you was walking around
ain't
school
no
click clacking with the football cleats on?
Nah.
Hey, wait, who said
Right
nah?
Nah, you need to talk to your mama
No,
about
Nah,
I'm
that.
not
And pussy
gonna lie.
management,
One
too.
year,
Ain't no way it's 32
Money,
years.
that nigga got
money management.
scoliosis,
Money management
plantar's
is money
foot,
On the
management.
school
tennis
talking
knee.
about click clock.
This nigga, yo, your mom fucked you up. She needs to send you to a chiropractor too.
And you know what?
I think it's double mute.
Hold on, I gotta do this because I gotta always make sure I acknowledge my friends and my fellow co-workers first when they get up on the stage. Brother Flip, how you feeling, bro? All right, you just gonna not say
It
nothing,
looks like
huh?
you got to mute
Oh,
it.
shit is on mute.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yo,
Yeah,
what's up,
man.
E? How you doing, E?
I'm good, baby. I see you tomorrow. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, man.
Can you hear me well?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Yes.
Shout out to
Yesterday,
Flip, man. That's my boy.
Yes.
appreciate you. Yo, yesterday, E, I ain't really like what you did, gang.
Yo, I figured you out, yo. I figured Flip out.
No. Hold on. You coming in during my having a powwow with some people on my network, Flip the Network, and you interfering. You know how I feel when the JBP interfere with Flip the Network.
I know.
I don't like that. So,
but that's why I did it.
So you crossed the line. So now I'm letting you know that you're back on the menu. So all that poking and outside.
Yeah, back on the menu.
Now you back on the menu. Yeah, you was doing good, nigga. Are you back on the menu?
No, you know what I realized, Flip? I can't limit your greatness, yo. I just gotta follow it. So I figured the best way to follow it is to just indulge you in how you do content. There's a bigger picture here, and to me you have so much upside that I just want to be a part of it in whatever way I can help. So I'm gonna just go ahead and play with you. Pause.
Yeah, but then if I play the way I want to, if I play
Well, you
the
can't,
way I
but
want to,
you can't do that.
I can, but
Flip, get on that nigga helmet,
You
bro.
can't though. But you
hey, yo,
can't.
hey, yo,
You're
I
right.
just want to
No,
let
you're
you.
right.
I just want to let y'all know that Emanny is one of the illest. You know, all of you guys are gonna apologize to me one day. I'm gonna leave it at that. Emanny is one of the illest niggas in the game.
No, I'm not.
It's the Rock. He's one of the illest niggas in the game.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Yo, you know what's crazy? You had niggas talking bad about me too, man. They thought I set that whole shit up at Improper.
With what? With the girl?
Shorty was tight.
No.
Wait. The shorty that Emmanuel massaged?
No.
No, shorty. For the massage.
Your shorty.
Nah, not my shorty, but you know the connector to it. She ain't like that.
Yeah.
I think they thought I knew about that, or like I set that up like to be funny. I was like, I ain't know nothing about it. I was surprised. People be thinking shit really be scripted. They don't be knowing that shit really be improv out. Like,
Okay. So it's two. You talking about shorty that I can't talk about? That shorty?
Nah, never mind, man. I talk to you tomorrow, nigga.
Hey,
leave the room, Emanny.
Can I get my flowers to Flip, man?
Yo, for sure.
Flip is that dude, man. He had the president of my organization on his show, bro, and I would never forget that, bro. You good over here, brother?
Who, brother?
Yvette Parnell. We got a reparations bill we trying to raise funds for. I don't want no grits money. I just want your snack cake money. We trying to raise $100,000 to present this bill for reparations. I'm trying to close a bitch wealth gap, man. You know what I'm saying?
You need $100,000 to present the bill.
So wait. Hold on. Wait, I didn't hear him. Who did I have on the show? I'm sorry. Was it Flip the Script?
Yvette.
Oh, Yvette. Yeah, shout out to E, man. She's a wonderful person. Wonderful. One of my favorite interviews that I've done.
Oh, yes. Salute to Yvette.
Yeah, shout out to Yvette, man. Yeah. No problem, man. Salute, man. I mean, for a long time I've been on the other side of the whole ADOS thing and you know, reparation thing, but I got a little bit more understanding after sitting with Yvette and, you know, speaking to a lot of people behind the scenes that she came up there with. So it was great, man. Shout out to Yvette.
Yo, and let me just say this, and I'm not being funny. I think niggas need to just hear niggas say this. Yo, Flip, I appreciate whether niggas like it, love it, hate it, or like it a little bit. I appreciate when you take the moments and take the opportunity to sit in that A mic seat and show up. Just the fact that you be willing to do it to me means a lot. Cause I'm not gonna lie, nigga. That's a hard seat to sit in. So to be able to deal with the criticism that might come with it, whatever, I salute you. I'm not joking neither. Like I'm telling you, cause
I know.
Nah, for real. I think niggas show love behind the scenes, but niggas gotta show love also publicly. So just the fact that you be willing to do it to me be sour shit. When, you know, you came at a point where, you know, you would expect other people to want to do it, whether they want to do it or not. The fact that you just be willing to do it and not even question it and just be gun-ho ready to take on that responsibility, that's solid shit. So
I mean, we got to be mindful of say. Do you hear me? I appreciate that. We have to be mindful though, because believe it or not, people may not want to believe it or not, but I'm really appointed that role. Like I get pulled to the back too. After I jumped in the seat a couple of times, now I'm appointed that role. So, and I want to shout out to the people that decided to allow me to use the space to get my shit off and to run point. I want to allow you guys. I want to thank you guys too for allowing that. I think it's great. I think it makes the team work because it's the ultimate decision, right? Like, and Joe really don't get his credit, and I know I go back and forth with him a lot. But you know, when he pulled me to the side, like, yo, I need you to do this, or when Erickson pulled me to the side, or Ian, it means a lot. I don't give them that credit because I always want to bash them or go against them publicly. But you know, that role is important, and I'm honored to fill in the position. And I'm honored to have you guys trust me to lead you guys to greatness. I do want to say that a lot of people you know, they try to bash me and shit like that, which I don't care about. But I care, but I don't. It depends on who it is. And the love this time was overwhelming of how good the episode was with me leading it, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? It was a lot of love. You know, we did the math and we saw it was just the love was just tremendous. It was a landslide of love of like Flip did his thing, and I appreciate the audience even trusting me to do so, and they like my Schultz take, and you know, just doing more, just bringing them more into Flip's world. So it's not really a me thing, it's a team thing, and I want to leave it at that. Like, it's not one individual, it's all of us, because everybody trusted me and participated in making the show be what it was. And I want to thank everybody, even the audience, the ones that cheered for me. I want to thank them as well.
And the haters.
Yeah, well, the haters is, yeah, I think the haters a lot, man. I mean, I live off of hate, but them niggas is, hey, I'm terrorizing these niggas in reality. Terrorizing them. These niggas be nervous. My nephew just told me so. My nephew just told me so, nigga. These niggas be so nervous outside. But we gotta slow them. We gotta slow. That shit made my dick hard. We gotta slow walk these niggas.
Yeah, I'm glad your phone.
We gotta
broke up
you know we gotta
said, nigga.
Yeah, my fault. I mean, we gotta slow walk them. Like, can you imagine that? You would never know when a nigga like. A lot of times we allow these niggas to have a voice, and I think a voice is important. But imagine when niggas say something, you just know y'all got a chance to get you, and you just watch how nervous they be when you watch the footage of how nervous they be in public and shit. They be shaking and shit. I just love it.
Stupid.
I love it. I just wait for the right time. Like if G Money don't, I want to say this. I'm about to go in the tunnel. G Money doesn't co-sign my reason for wanting to attack anybody. G Money's a great nigga. Like, yo, that's a joke. I don't take it serious. I heard what you said, but don't do that off the strength of me. So yeah. I'm just waiting for a JR comment.
Nah.
Family,
hey, listen.
A fam.
Nah.
Listen. I'm just telling you how I think. I'm waiting for, like, I can't use G Money because then G Money's not gonna co-sign me.
Yeah.
Right? If G Money be like, yo, that come on, Flip, you bugging. I try to use things to my advantage. G Money like, nigga, you bugging. No. G Money is a stand-up nigga. I don't take that shit serious.
What?
He around. He coming in Improper. He coming the next episode.
Fuck with G-Money,
not this one, but the next episode. So now I'm just hopefully, you know, my son be on Improper. So hopefully that my son get mentioned in a way that I don't like, or my mom or somebody where I could just pull the trigger. Cause I can't pull the trigger off somebody else that don't want the trigger to be pulled off on them. But to watch these niggas be nervous. When we watch the footage in the studio, these niggas be nervous. Oh my God.
Yeah, you the voice.
You open the door, nigga show me a footage, nigga open the door the wrong way, nigga say, yeah, these niggas be ass. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm about to go in the tunnel, y'all. I'll be back out the tunnel, but I love you guys, man.
Love,
I'll be back.
Love, yo.
All right, later.
This nigga Flip is crazy.
Like, there's no audio for him to know that they was doing all that. So
yeah, that's fucking
that
funny.
nigga's wild.
That's funny, man. All right.
Flip is an A mic. What did you think about the most recent, and I guess Flip taking the leading the conversation?
Listen,
and kind of showing a different, more mature side of it, because it wasn't really like he was jumping on tables, you know, ripping off his shirt and yelling and shit. Like, he was actually, you know, holding conversation.
So I'm a speak to just my experience and just trying to, well, not trying, because at this point I'm doing, but in the past I tried to do podcasts on my own, and I was actually doing a podcast for a second. And I think there's a certain level of comfortability you have to just to want to be able to do that. And then there's just a certain level of confidence. I tried it on the Patreon, and not even willingly, like not even like trying to do it. It just ended up happening. And yo, it's not easy. Like, there's an art to this shit. And what makes it even more trying is that, yo, the platform is so big, and there's already a rapport with the fan base that if you don't deliver in a certain way, you kind of
we gonna let you know.
You know what I'm saying? So, yo, when people were like, yo, that Patreon that you was trying to mic nigga shit was trash, like, I'm not mad at niggas thinking that, because to be honest with you, I wasn't prepared for that. And it's something that's letting me know, like, all right, you have to get better at certain shit, because at any moment you could be called upon you to do a certain role that, even though it's not your go-to, I mean, you got to be a Swiss Army knife. So
Yeah.
And I mean,
and it ain't easy. Like just having and hosting, being able to have conversations just about a number of topics. Most niggas don't realize like that's not something that just comes easy to a lot of people. Obviously, I
nah,
mean, we see it. We be around
yo,
here enough.
listen,
So especially doing it in front of a camera to entertain, not just to have conversation. Like
yo, people that sit in front of a mic like and just talk, like the stars and the academics and the people who do shit like that and are really good. Yo, I look at them like just total different beasts when it comes to media. Like I haven't reached that point where I can just sit on a mic and just talk without having
not to
to.
do it alone
Yeah,
is crazy.
it's different. Like that shit is so different that I don't think people really understand or appreciate. So no matter who you are, whether I like the content or not, just to have that confidence to do it and consistently do it, I gotta put respect on that. So Flip is one of those people. Joe is one of those people. Like I said, Star is like the king of that shit to me. Academics is amazing at that shit. Like them niggas, just the confidence that it takes to sit in front of a mic and talk and still be compelling, whether we agree with them or not, is a skill that you niggas got to work on.
I mean, I might want to chime in. I think it's dope about all y'all platforms, how y'all actually give everybody a voice. I mean, a lot of people, y'all don't know who I am. I'm OG Stacks. I'm an up and coming artist, So I've been following a lot of y'all, and I've been seeing a lot of what y'all do, man. And I want to hands down get everybody their flowers. 'Cause y'all doing a hell of a job, man.
Is
Keeping the
anybody
culture
speaking?
going.
I
'Cause I
appreciate
can't
it.
hear nothing.
Yeah. Yasin, go. Yasin, go down and come back up. Yeah, he was talking. Stacks was talking.
But I really like the drive and the passion that y'all put behind the work that y'all do. Because even though you mentioned academics and Star and all of that, you yourself, Emanny, is another one. You know what I'm saying? You and Slick, y'all do the same thing pretty much. I mean, and somebody got to give y'all flowers, man. Keep doing what y'all doing, man, because I appreciate it. As an up and coming artist, man. These are platforms that people didn't have back in the day when I was growing up. Y'all talked about in the '80s and all of that. We ain't had none of this. So to have all of that now, man, I think it speaks out for the people, man. So keep doing what y'all doing, man. I'm behind y'all 100%.
I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I seen Danny came up. I think this is the first time you've ever requested to join a Emanny stage. Peace, what's good?
Nah, I mean, I had to join. It looked like you got. I'm nervous outside. I figured I'd join.
Was that you? Because I
Just
thought
had
that
to
was
do
about
the
somebody else. I didn't think that
I
was
don't
you
know.
that he was referencing.
Danny,
Flip has an obsession with me, man. He's more obsessed with me than he is with
Danny,
sexy face.
don't
Yeah.
assume that Flip is talking about you, because Flip will have no problem with saying if he was talking about you. So come
He said a couple of things that
Yeah.
indicated I think he was talking about somebody else. I
Nah,
don't think it was you.
don't make.
Oh, wait, guys. I said asthma pump. I said asthma pump in his face.
Oh, I don't.
So he's talking about me.
I don't.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not.
And he
I'm not
tweeted
going to
about
say you
that.
right. I'm not going to say you wrong. I'll leave it up for if Flip comes back up and he wants to acknowledge it. Then
If Flip comes back up, I'm sure he'll put that 10th grade education to use.
all right, come on.
Sure
We
will.
can't.
Danny,
We not dissing Flip. First of all, I'm
there go Flip.
I'm not letting nobody
Flip
diss
back.
Flip.
There go Flip.
Oh, he back? Where Flip at?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Danny, don't go nowhere neither. Stay right there.
I'm be right here, but
I'm
don't mute me.
I'm not gonna mute. I'm gonna mute up.
Get that Mary Bertram.
Yo, see, you keep dissing my man. See, now, if my man come up here and say drop you down, I got to, just out of respect. But I want.
But I mean, I wouldn't expect you to do no more than that.
Let me see what Flip want to do.
That's what you told Dubs. I respect that back in the day.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on.
That's a callback.
I know. I picked up on it. You good? All right. Oh, he not. Oh, is Flip back?
Nah, Flip isn't back.
I see him on
he
the
was
listener.
back, but I
see
It looked like he popped back in and popped out.
All right, well, we'll wait for Flip to come back in and see.
The tunnels is crazy in New York, from what I heard.
Yeah. But well, Danny, since we have you up here, you know, you are the resident critiquer of the pod. What have you been feeling about the pod of recent, the Joelist drops?
I like the one that came out. I didn't get to listen to the Patreon today, but I did like the Saturday one. I felt like topics were moving. I do think that there's going to be a real test when things aren't happening. Like if there was no Schultz, if there was no Drake, but yeah, there was no topics. That's going to be the real test. But yeah, y'all found out Joe wasn't going to be there. How long before the pod? Like a day or 10 hours?
I will not share, but
I mean, they said in the group chat. They said there was a group chat.
Yeah.
Is it true that Joe really wasn't sick and the nigga just didn't want to pop out and y'all just had to handle business?
I am not confirming or denying anything. That is pod business.
All right. Well, I don't like how the behind the scenes footage is going, though. I'll be honest. I don't know.
You said you don't like the what footage?
The behind the scenes footage. I don't like how some people are handling that. I don't like it. Some people aren't playing into it. Some people are making it awkward. Some people aren't really realizing that it's also a production. Like that's the pod off the pod. You gotta also play into that as well. Come in with storylines and stuff like that.
I mean, is that surprising? I feel like anybody who you might think isn't has already made it clear that they don't really want to divulge themselves in that type of way.
Yeah, but to say it on camera is different. Like I would think you've had that discussion off camera, but to keep saying, "Oh, this is the snitch cam," this is the guy.
What if that's a part of the role they'll play in? Yo, it's 8 to 9 of us up there. We don't need everybody to play into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there's more than enough of us to still make it a pleasurable thing for the people who really want the ins and outs of the behind the scenes. I don't think you need everybody. Like I mean, Ice has made it very clear he ain't gonna be on there like that, giving it up to where you would hear more than what he was saying on the pod. Like,
I mean, it's kind of like kayfabe. You know,
yeah.
like
I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to say it though. You could just not be on it. You just be like, all right, well, but to say it is different.
Nah, niggas still need to be seen. Niggas still got to get their shine. Fuck that. Niggas still got. I mean, listen, we all are figuring out this space in the best way possible to make everyone comfortable. So everybody don't have to exactly operate under the same guise. You for anything should understand that at least.
What do you mean by that?
We all don't have to do media in the same sense to be successful.
Oh, that's facts. Because I know some people say that about me, that I speak nerdy and shit like that. Fine.
Yo,
yeah.
Is this Flip right? Is Flip here or is this Nick? Is that just the old shit? Because now I want Flip. Is he coming up? No, that's not him.
I don't see him.
I see him right there. Let me see. Invite to.
I see him. He's in the audience.
Let me invite to speak to see if that's him. Flip, I'm staying on here just waiting for you to come back.
Yeah, Messy E, full effect.
Nah, not Messy E. Listen, that's I gotta hold my squad down. I can't have Danny up here and not let Flip go at him.
Oh, there you go.
What am I going at him for? I was in a tunnel.
Okay. So you didn't hear? All right, you didn't hear nothing then. Good. All right, good.
I didn't hear. No, why don't you reiterate it? Because I am in Brooklyn.
Well, hold on.
That's a big girl.
Because I think we haven't.
I am in Brooklyn. So is anything about my son or my family you talking about?
Nah, Flip. It was just
Emanny?
clearing up that you weren't referring to him about the looking shaky.
I was talking about him 100%.
There we go.
I was talking about him 100%. My family has been seeing him in these places 100%. We've been seeing some of his family members or women. I don't know who they're related with. We've been watching him closely. I was talking about him 100%. I stand in it. I just can't pull anything because I'm not being disrespected. His opinion is not disrespected.
Record the space, somebody. Too clean.
Yes.
Allegedly.
Record
Allegedly.
No. There's no alleged. Listen,
it's fact.
hold on. Listen. Hold on. Let me talk clearly. I need everybody to listen. if my family, my son, my mom, or anybody get disrespected because that individual, I saved Mano from putting hands on him. I don't know if he said it, but I heard he said it.
Nah.
But Mano asked me, yo, what do you want me to do right now? I said, nah, he cool, leave him alone. I saved him. Nah. Mano would tell you. Mano said it to Joe and them, like, yo, nigga, Flip, what do you want me to do right now? So what I'm saying is that
I never talk about your family, though. That's a lie.
He's not. Why is this guy? Who's this talking? I don't know who's this talking. Yo, E.
That's Danny. That's why I brought you up.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not going back and forth with him.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, so listen, hold on.
So
hold on. Real quick, Flip. I brought you back up because the statement was made while you weren't here, and I have a very strict rule on I'm not allowing nobody to talk about no one from the cast unless they're able to say it to them while they're on the stage. So that's why I wanted you back up here. And so I'm going to clear out. If you don't want to have no back and forth with him, I'll drop him and we can just continue on or, whatever. But I don't want this to be messy. If y'all can have some discourse, cool. If not, then fuck it. We out.
No. You don't have.
What'd you say? Go ahead.
That was a double mute. I think they got hit.
It's a double mute.
That was a double mute, guys.
Yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to drop anybody. No, I don't feel that way. I don't feel you have to drop anybody. I'm just not gonna. I'm in control of what I do. Listen.
Why y'all just can't
what
keep
I was
it up?
telling
I mean,
you,
Flip, I
was telling you, what I was telling you, what I was telling you, E, is that what's important to know is that this, as long as like my rules is respected as far as how I am, I'm fine. I mean, a person's opinion is not disrespect. If a person has an opinion on you, that's not disrespect. So I don't take that anyway. I took the G Money comment as disrespect, but G Money's not taking it the way I'm taking it, so I have to leave it alone. So anything pertaining to my family and my friends and shit like that, or anybody close to me that takes it the way I take it, then I do what I do. Other than that, I'm talking 100% about them. I showed the footage. I'm talking 100, and I think I'm entertained by it. There's no reason for me to react. There's no reason for me to react because nothing is done. A person's opinion is their opinion. I'm not mad at his opinion at all. Any opinion, I'm not mad. I was before because but not no more. I don't care no more.
I come in peace. Can I speak?
Go ahead.
You ever think that the way you take things, like you're the only one taking things a certain way because your mind is a little bit warped?
Yeah, I think Danny, he's made it clear that he's not trying to have any.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, E. I want to tell you this. Like, here's how I feel. I feel like the culture is putting it because I'm a culture vulture, but people don't consider me as that. The culture is putting their foot down on people who are not black, that play around and say things and don't use their platforms don't use their platforms correctly. So even though
what is using the platform correctly?
Even though I may take things serious, but I don't feel like a man that's not black should be calling me any type of animal, should be saying I have my man hanging in my closet, especially if me and you going back and forth. That's disrespectful. I feel like a person should be mindful of what they say. Let me not give this nigga any reason to try to violate me since he has the upper hand. That's how I feel. I feel that way. Like, it has nothing about fear or scared. It's like, let me not do that. Niggas be seeing this nigga. Nigga, if you know you don't want no problems like that, let me just talk about how trash this nigga is. Let me talk about how trash he is, how bad he is, but let me not say, yo, he has a black man hanging in his closet. I'm not black. Let me not say, yo.
Can I ask you this? Because
let me not say that, yo.
Real quick,
real quick. Hold on. I'm almost done. E. Let me not say that this nigga is an animal. Like, you calling a black man? Like, you
just don't understand analogies.
What I'm saying is that E is like, you have to be smart enough. So while we watch niggas' families come out, and while we watch niggas come out, while we sit there and we laugh at them and look how they look and how they look nervous, we know that, okay, you're not really like that. You just using that for clickbait. So unless the line is crossed,
I'm throwing water in people's faces, not cheeseburgers out hands. Don't.
Hold on, Danny, because I want.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
No. Listen. I want him to be able to express whatever he's going to express, but I want you to get your shit off. Because I actually, I want you to get your shit off, and I want to ask him something as well. So go ahead.
So what I'm saying, my point is this. In closing, I feel like if you're not like that, and you know that I'm trying to find a way to violate you in person, you should be mindful if you're not built like that. I feel like the ego is the death to a lot of people, period. The only reason that the G Money shit didn't extend is because, number one, G Money said that shit wasn't that serious. I didn't like it. If you commented on me, G Money shouldn't be brought up. And that's it. That's just how I feel. Like, oh, he got G Money in his closet hanging somewhere. We black men. Why are you talking about at a time like this? We a black man is hanging in the closet. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So when my nephews and them recording the nigga, my nephews and them seeing them, they're like, yo, just let me know. We see at the. Let me know what you want to do. No, leave them. Let them be nervous.
Record that.
Yo, so
let them be nervous. Let them be nervous. I stand on it.
Flip.
I stand no. Hold on, and I'm gonna wrap it up. I stand on it. As soon as anything is, and my foot will go far up that nigga's ass. 100%. I stand in it.
Flip.
Yo, Flip, quick question.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, let me try to get this back in order a little bit.
Can I speak?
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I want to allow everybody the chance to speak. As long as Flip is cool with niggas not offended, I'm cool. The minute he feel like it's getting out of pocket, I'ma dead it just because that's my man. Danny, I want to give you the opportunity to respond. I also have a question for you. I'm just asking that it stay cool, if possible.
How can you demand that when he's talking about stalking me, how can you demand that?
Okay, what I mean by cool is it not get loud and y'all screaming at each other.
He's already gotten wild. I mean, I understand as your man, you have to align yourself with somebody who's a bit unstable. But at the end of the day, this man is saying wild, reckless things that could lead to totally different types of situation. And to compound that, the reason G Money's not offended is because it's not offensive. QueenzFlip is intentionally misinterpreting things and attributing ego to me. But if you've ever met me, you would know I'm not egotistical. Emanny, when you sat down with me, did I appear egotistical?
No, you seem very condescending though, and you do. So listen, and I had this conversation with you, which was kind of like, even in if I ever had a moment where I wanted to express to you, which was a part of my question. Do you believe that how you come across in person is how you come across in your stances that you take in your platform?
Yes, because I was the same way with you that I've been on my platform. But I wasn't condescending.
I would disagree, and the only reason why I would disagree.
Nah, you said it I have the recording. You said I was the same.
No.
And then there was another space you had where you said that Danny kind of, he was the same way in person.
I said you were cool and chill about the content, right? My issue was that, like, my biggest issue with you has always been you going ahead and saying offensive things about a person's character or something, like taking it past just judging the actual work. Like I even use like when I brought up you saying call Maul or whatever, like a vagabond, whatever you said, the thing, like you would use characteristics or adjectives that I thought were disrespectful, right? Do you remember me expressing that?
Yeah, but I feel like that's like you said Drake was going through a Britney Spears moment, and he's like far from going through I think in content
that's
different.
Yeah. That's not me. That's very different, because first off, a Britney Spears moment is not using him. That's not using that as an adjective to describe his action. That's speaking to the moment. No, it's speaking to the moment of when Britney Spears was being attacked, and it made her seem more crazier than what's going on.
I think you're being a bit facetious, because she was outside with low cut haircut, acting crazy. And that's how you were saying it.
No, okay, cool, right? But I think if you ever experience that level of fame and that level of not really being in touch, or people really not being in touch with your experience, you don't know where it might lead you. It might lead you out in the street pulling your fucking hair. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm speaking about, even when I like compare the Michael Jackson shit with Drake now, it's because we really don't understand what these people are going through. And I think when you speak from a very privileged spot of just really not experiencing certain shit that comes with this. Like, I've talked shit about people in the past. And what has happened is when they saw me, we had to do something about it. Okay. And I either had to become the person that was willing to keep standing on that, or I had to become the person that was like, yo, you know what? I'm going to just choose not to speak about people this way because I can't really deal with the consequences that might come with it. And I think that's really I think that's somewhat of the, and it's not a threat. I think it's just a disconnect that we have sometimes in why is it so easy for you to speak in an offensive or disrespectful way to people that you know you don't really want to have that level of issue with? Like, is there an entertaining way that you can do it without being condescending and
Emanny,
disrespectful?
I feel like you treat Flip with kid gloves because I guess that's your man, but he's done reckless things.
You're not
And
answering my
additionally,
question. I asked you a question.
but can I let me leave my shit out? I'll let you speak.
Danny, I asked you a simple question. We can let you speak, but you still have to answer my question.
Can you reiterate the question?
The question is, do you think that there is still an entertaining way where you can do your content without being offensive or disrespecting people's character?
You guys sit on a couch with someone who may be offensive and no.
And we're willing
wait.
We're willing to punch niggas in the face when we see them. That's the difference between us and you.
I mean, not really. Not really.
Okay.
Because you said some wild shit about running down on OVO and all that, and I don't think you were ready for that. But what I'm saying is,
Danny, you are trying to go ahead and make this the Danny show. You're not going to do it. Let's just stick to what we're saying, and let's not try to go ahead and continue to be offensive and disrespectful. I'm saying factual things. You are not now. Let's deal with fact. Please continue, Danny.
E, let him finish talk, please.
Yeah, I am.
Please, E.
I said let him go ahead. Go ahead.
thanks, Flip. No, I'm saying last when you first got on this, because now you're acting as if I'm making stuff up. But last, I think December, November, you was talking about when that Scary Hours dropped. You was like, if anybody got a problem with me, I'm down to see them. You talk about OVO. I remember that. I'm not trying to make it a Danny show. I'm just saying that in content creation, all of you have overstepped, and probably the way you've covered Drake has been very disrespectful. You guys insinuated he was a pedo. You guys insinuated when they said, when Mark Lamont sat on that couch and said, does anybody here think Drake's a pedo? Everybody's like, I've never assassinated anyone's character to that level.
I've never said that. So you have to speak to me. Don't talk about anybody else up here.
Oh, but I'm just letting you know that you participate.
Cool. I'm talking. No, I don't participate because I sit somewhere and I give my opinion.
That does the same things you accuse of.
But I'm responsible for my own opinion. So if I speak to something and I don't agree with them, I'm not held to that same. I just had a whole back and forth with Joe when he went at DDG, where he disagreed with my stance. So what are you talking about? I was also one of the only people who was willing to go ahead and jump out and give critiques on certain people's music when everyone was being quiet about it. Like, so my situation and what I say for me stands for me. And it still stands. I know I can't beat everybody that comes across me. But the difference between me and you and other people alike is I'm still willing to deal with the consequences that come with some of that. That's the difference. Like, that's my only, and that don't make me tough. That don't make me no better than you. That don't mean that I can fight better than you. It just means that once I open my mouth, I understand that there's something that might come with this. So if by chance I'm in Stafford room and there's some OVO niggas next door in Harbor and they want to come over and do something, I'm ready for those consequences. I'm not going to try to run out the back.
I maintain that I've never crossed the line, which is why I feel comfortable doing it, because I keep my critiques about the pod, and I feel like you guys have just been largely sensitive.
What does G Money hanging in a man's closet have to do with the pod?
The analogy was about a suit. A suit.
Danny,
like a suit that you leave in the closet. You get it? Like a suit that you haven't worn in a while.
What does G Money have to do with anything with Flip or anything?
How do you hang a suit, right?
But
when you
what
put
does
a suit
G
in the
Money?
closet.
But I get the analogy. I get it. Very, very clever.
And you cutting me off because you know I got points.
No. Your point is irrelevant. If
you're not letting me get to my crossover, you following me.
G Money has never been on the pod. He's not on Improper Improv. What does he have to do with anything?
All right, can you let me get to my crossover?
Go
Don't
ahead, go
foul
ahead,
me,
go ahead, go
please.
ahead, go ahead.
All right,
Get to it.
don't foul me. Let me get my
Go
move
ahead,
on.
go ahead.
All right, so what I was talking about is what was happening on QueenzFlip show was lackluster. I think Improper Improv has largely been a triumph of nothingness. And with that said, I feel like he should get G Money because some of the best content he's ever made has been with G Money. And that was my point.
Okay,
That was all I was saying.
that's a fair assessment to maybe make. So now, if you make an analogy, right, you do know that the analogy you make, whether it's clever or not, could offend someone, right?
I can't control how people mistake
No,
because
of
the
course
thing
you
is,
can't. No, of course.
wait. But I'm trying to. I said that the right way. I was talking
To
about
you.
a suit hanging in the closet, and if it's intentionally being misinterpreted because someone doesn't like someone, then I can't control that. Like if you don't like my commentary,
No,
I'm not going to
you
necessarily
absolutely,
change. That's what makes me me.
Danny, you absolutely right. You can't control how people feel after you make a joke, an analogy, an assessment, whatever. 100%. I agree. And I'm not even here telling you to stop doing what you do because I've just accepted how you entertain. Like I've got to a point where if I felt the way about something, cool. I felt the way. It's not that serious for me at this point.
All right,
So
man. I got a
cool.
question.
So wait. So hold on. So you do understand that even though your intentions might not be to offend, to harm, or to hurt, that if they do, other people are now allowed to react how they see fit, right?
Yeah. I guess. But what I'm saying is that you don't necessarily
See,
call out. But what you're saying don't resonate with me. I think it's largely sensitivity from a podcast that's built itself on talking about other people. I'm sorry, man. Like I talk about podcasting.
You know what, Danny? I think, and this is the funny part, because I hear you say that a lot
Deja
about
vu.
no. I hear you say that a lot about sensitivity, right? I do think that you have a good way of covering up about how sensitive you are. I do think that your way of covering up how sensitive you are is becoming the heel. That's my assessment. I'm willing to be wrong, right? I do think you have a more easier time playing the heel to the pod because in all actuality, you really want niggas to like what you do because you do like the pod. There's no way in the world
Sometimes.
cool, but at the end of the day, you started off liking this pod and
Yeah,
liking the members
man.
of the
Morgan
pod.
Mall and Joe's pod.
Cool. And as it progressed, you decided to stick with it, right? And at some point along the way, I think as you started to venture into creating content and you started getting some recognition, which initially came from the very person you have the most issue with right now, you would have rather us.
Shout out to Rory. He gave me my first shout out.
Okay, cool. You would have rather us really embrace you more than anything. And once it didn't happen,
no.
it was easier. Listen.
You got me all the way up.
Danny, I just said this is my own assessment.
You think I want an embrace from flipping Emanny? Oh.
No. Even that laugh comes off as someone that's really sensitive and trying to cover it up as
No,
the heel.
because it sounds far fetched to me.
No,
that
I
would
know
be
to
like
you.
me.
I know to you.
You
No, for
told
sure.
me that.
No, cool. It's supposed to sound far-fetched to you, but I'm pretty sure there's a ton of people that would agree.
They could agree, but I'm talking as the main source that's never been
okay,
my
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So
I actually like that y'all can't y'all hate me so much, but y'all gotta still
no,
watch.
see, that's the problem. I don't hate you because if I hated you, I wouldn't speak to you. I don't hate you. And I'm at the point like
Research my address.
I didn't research your address. It was
So
just,
who sent you the Addy?
it was given to me in a attempt to be funny by someone
By
behind the
who?
scene. You know what's the funny part is if I really was a fucked up person, I hated you, I would have just put it on a shirt and wore it on the pod just to be like, come on, like I don't hate.
Why are you thinking about that though?
Because I'm clever and I can be just as witty and I can
because you gave it a thought.
No,
it's like what Shammy said about the GoFundMe on Stop the King.
No. Danny, you know, like I said, this all leads into you loving the heel moment. You would rather people hate you because it adds more to your character than you just being a blanket person on YouTube making comments. The hate that you want to live in, it's almost like the Jameson shit that he was doing before. Like you like being the heel. You like it. And it's cool. I'm not even mad. But you get off on being the heel.
There's people that like me though. So it's the rule of 10.
Very true. My bad. Flip got his hand up. I'm a Flip. You got something to say?
I just want to know, E, are you done having a? I don't know. Are you done? Because I definitely have something to say to you. So I don't know if you're done. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but I want to say something. I've been quiet listening, and I just want to know. I don't want to interrupt anybody or step on anybody's toes.
Go on, talk.
No, because that wouldn't be fair. What I'm saying is that I want to know if all the points that is being made from you is done.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done.
So I can.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, is everybody else done?
Danny, you got something else you want to add on? Anybody else?
Actually, Flip, I had a direct question for you. Actually,
For who?
For Flip.
Okay, Flip, you want to take this question before you go in? Danny, you got something else you want to say?
Yeah, man, stop stalking people. It's 2024. We're about to hit 2025, man. Let's live honest lives. Let's be good with each other. Take care of ourselves. We all bleed red, baby.
Okay, that was Danny's. Flip, you want to go ahead?
I don't. Now, let me see what street am I on? Because I'm in Brooklyn. E, bleed red means what? Is that a threat towards me and my family? I don't understand. What does that mean when somebody said we all bleed red? Did you say? I don't understand that.
Did I say that?
No. I'm just saying, JR, what street is this? Okay, oh shit. Bleed. I don't understand the bleed red part. I didn't understand that. But I know that. Yeah, I know back in the days. Those things.
When
were
niggas
taken.
all say we all bleed the same.
Yeah,
we all human. We all human.
Yeah.
We all human.
Yeah,
So
it just means that we all the same. We all human.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's better than the next one.
Okay.
We all are equal.
Flip, you gotta.
I got it. I got it.
Go hit the library.
I got it. So here's the thing, E. And shout out to the homies up here. Here's the thing. The truth is that anytime that I, made content and I spoke on things I wasn't supposed to speak about or spoke on things out of turn, I had to deal with the consequences. That comes with the game. That comes with, sometimes it's media, reckless media, and improper media. You know what I mean? And I had to deal with it, man. A lot of times I was dealing with jail niggas. I mean, Alpo came to my studio before for King Erna. I mean, King Erna went down and met Alpo, tried to meet Alpo by the what's the fuck is it? Apollo Theater. Like, these things happen with real life killers that I was a part of. The blood niggas and me and CK got into it in the hallway where he wanted me to erase the footage. I told him no. Like, I had to deal with these consequences.
You talking about the Corey King shit?
Yeah, Corey King. I'm just going through my mind. Me and what's the nigga named Mecca Audio. When he first came to my studio, he came with yo nigga. Like, I see what you do to all these niggas. I'm not one of them niggas. When I threw something on Amy, that was orchestrated. But when I did something else, niggas came up to the studio in Brooklyn, Sunset Park over there. When I was at Preach Studio, like these things I dealt with in real life for my commentary. So I extend the same type of grace. It's not grace. I extend the same type of principle to people. Basically, is that and at the same time, in my mind, I was willing to respond. However, I was willing to respond. I dealt with it. I got into fights. I got into attacks. I got into scuffles. It happens. These things happen. So you have to be mindful of what you say. A lot of times we like to blur the line, and the line blur becomes when it's like, yo, I'm only commenting on this man's weak performance. So if you comment on if we blur the line and say I'm commenting on his weak performance, but I'm gonna say something funny about him and his family, personal, and if I react to that, then it's like, oh, he's mad that I'm just commenting on his performance. So what I'm saying is that all people got to do, everybody should be able to do the media how they want to do it, but that shit comes with consequences. I dealt with the consequences. Nobody is above reproach. Everybody deal with consequences. It happens. It happens. Them stories online from them blood niggas, they'll tell you I had all them 5, 6, 7 of them. CK, Wildcat, Killer Cam. Killer Cam had to get in the middle of it. Wildcat, like me and Wildcat went at it. These are in 3D. These are all in real life. I remember Mike Ruger, Space Ghost wanted me to interview Mike Ruger, and I didn't. I said, yo, the nigga copied my videos. I don't want to sit with this nigga. They talked me into sitting with this nigga. Mike Ruger came to my studio. He came with his man. Why is this nigga bringing somebody to my studio? Long story short, I start to talk before the shit start. I told his man, come outside. We go face to face. Me and his man get into it. A fight. Space goes in there. That's what Space goes is like, yo, man, you going too far. That led up to him leaving. But these type of things he didn't want to be a part of. What I'm saying is that, not saying it's right, but The way you speak, how you speak, and who you addressing comes with consequences. This is hip hop. It happens. Hip hop is not going to change overnight, or we're not going to change overnight. I've been in this media for a long time, and I've dealt with the ups and downs, and I'm still willing to deal with the consequences, whether it's me, whether it's my ego, whether it's my pride. I'm just still willing to deal with whatever come with it. Like if a nigga talk about my family and I'm willing to punch him in his face and I'm gonna get sued, I'm willing to deal with it. If a nigga, I'm willing to deal with all consequences that come with it, because I'm just a man that believes in what I believe in, right, wrong, or indifferent, and nobody's gonna change that. And I feel like nobody should change anyone from how they do media. I think that we just in a world that every action has a reaction, and we live by it. That's just how I look at it. E.
Flip, are you able to just piece it up with Danny? Like, y'all not able to just piece it up?
There we have it.
It got quiet as
I
hell.
hear that, but yeah, I mean, there's no peace to be made. We don't know each other. Like, this is like, I talk about his content, and I'm still going to keep the same thing, because, I mean, that analogy doesn't make sense. You were talking about really sensitive things. I'm talking about y'all on a podcast. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't even talk about gang stuff or
no.
You were running down on people, pushing them against walls. Of course, you're going to get into more conflict. Like,
well, no, I think his main content of what he was trying to get across was the fact that it being in the media business, it's going to always be somebody that don't like what you say, don't like what they didn't heard, don't like the content you putting out. But as media people, you got to know that that's what you're going to be up against regardless. There's always going to be somebody that don't like what you're saying. Somebody don't like what you're posting, your content. They don't like the topics that you're talking about. But at the end of the day, you got to be in the back of your head. You got to be mindful. Like, my shit ain't for everybody.
OG Stacks, I'm sorry. OG Stacks, where you from, homie?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
All right, listen. And well put. Well put. All right, look, there's somebody in here that I'm looking at because I'm driving. The geeked up niggas, right? Now, I'm not trying to attack them physically, right? But I said that the guy who's not black, I'm going to disrespect him and his ancestors because I didn't like the way he spoke about me. That's media. That's a route that I try. But I'm not going to attack him. I'm not going to say, yo, when I see him, no, you said something I didn't like and you're not black. Don't talk about me like that. I don't like the way you addressing me. That's the angle that I chose to stand on. It's just a choice that you make, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. People, whether right, wrong, or indifferent, geek, people have a right to address things the way they want to address things. Like, you got to see what I'm saying. For somebody to talk and play around and be cowardly in person, it's strange. So then now you know it's just okay. That's just, you just want attention. Like we talking about like when they see these individuals, like it's so funny. You would laugh at it, the nervousness and the cautiousness that is presented. It's like, so then like why go down that route? Because in their mind it's like, yo, I can say what I want to say. I may have a lawsuit at hand. Man, listen. At the end of the day, man, I stand on 100%. And I want everybody to record me, please. I want you guys to record me. If Trevor Robinson Jr. family is played around with, talked about, I will pull the trigger. When I mean that's
man.
That was
talking about your family. Nobody's talking about your family.
You talking E?
That shit up.
Yo. Hold on. That's a double.
He's
It's
saying
a double
lies
mute.
about.
Can you, Danny? I know what you keep saying in response to him.
Yo, my fault. There was some static. Listen, if anybody play around, like what I'm saying is that I have no reason, to respond in the way I want to respond. I have no reason, because if I respond in the way I want to respond, it just look like I'm mad that somebody's critiquing my performance, whether it's lackluster,
and stop stalking people,
whether it's
cameras like a weirdo.
Where's anything that happens. So what happens is that I just want somebody to just even I'm gonna keep it real. I'm even looking for something to be said about me personally. That's how that's how I want it to be. Like the little comments of, "Oh, you stupid" and stuff like that. That's nothing. Because when you watch them, We watch it nervous. Imagine.
Keep watching. You've been watching me in the last 2 years. Keep watching.
Imagine walking. Imagine having to walk outside and you're not able to walk comfortably in the city because you're afraid of what you said.
I'm fine.
You understand what I'm saying, Right now, I can show you right now, Emanny. Right now, if something is said about me right now, JR's in the car, I can show you right now. I will stay on here and I can show you how powerful I am in society. I'm willing to put I can show you right now. Whether it's me standing in front of somewhere taking pictures, whether it's me looking for I can stand on it. I'm in Brooklyn right now. I can show you. That's how much I'm willing to stand. That's how much I'm willing to stand on my content or stand on who I am as a man. I can show you right
Standing
now.
on content. You said it right there. Standing
You know
on
what I'm
content.
saying,
This is what
listen.
All the nigga got to do is let his nuts hang. Yo, nigga, fuck you, your family. Nigga. Right now, nigga, we stay on here. You can run this shit, and I promise.
So Flip, listen.
Listen.
This new platforming.
No, listen. I do agree with it, but what I'm trying to tell you is that because we're being rude here, right? I'm saying my feelings. I haven't interrupted anyone.
Listen, Flip. Listen to me for 1 second. Hold on.
You never really articulate anything.
Listen to me.
Listen to me for 1 second, please. Everybody, listen to me. Hold on.
What you got on your region?
Listen for me for 1 second, right? So this is the one thing that I want to make clear. I hear exactly what you're saying, Flip. You know I'm against it because I just don't think we need to move in that fashion, period, just to prove a point. But I understand why you're saying it. Danny, you can't say when a nigga say, yo, you be saying a nigga stupid, this and this and that, and I say, no, I've never said that, and then say, what did you get on your regions? Or, oh, that 10th grade Mary Birchune.
I think that's a question we need to ask.
Condescending, and that's you trying to be
It's
funny.
okay, but
it's like, come on,
why we?
Like, let's just own up to the shit we doing. Like,
yo, I'm talking to you directly, my brother, and I love you. I love you. I'm telling you right now, right this minute, my studio is in Brooklyn. Right this minute, I am.
Oh, that's what you told me improper. That's what you said.
I am driving. I'm driving around right now. Right now, what I'm saying is that when you don't like somebody or you have a problem with somebody, whether it's right or wrong, you make sure you know how they move, where they move, when they move. Right? I'm telling you right now that if something is said out of line that I deem out of line, I will derail what I'm supposed to do because I'm supposed to go to the studio right now and do a couple of things. I would derail what I'm doing.
You gotta get improv hot again, man. I know.
I would derail what I'm doing, and I will show every single person in here that God Himself can't stop a foot from going to somebody's ass.
And I think Flip, I think that's very clear, and I believe every word of what you're saying. And I also think Danny is making it very clear that he is not going to play in that type of way with you. He just wants to pretend.
I'm talking. I don't hear. I don't hear anything but disrespect. I'm talking to my man. I'm enjoying the conversation. I see a lot of people up here. It's a beautiful thing. What I'm saying is that we got to just keep it content. We are all content. We all content creators, man.
So shout out to Geeked Up, man. He woke it up.
We are all content creators, and that's it. That's it.
Ask God to help you with improper improv. That's the most important thing, right?
Okay. Well, listen. I want to. I mean, I can't be fair because it's very obvious that I'm biased, but I want to at least allow Danny to. And anybody else that might feel indifferent to whatever Flip is saying, because Flip is a grown man and he can handle niggas how he want to handle niggas as far as conversation. So if anybody else got something they want to add and say, you can say it.
Shit, I got something. Can everybody hear me?
Yeah. What's good, certified?
Chilling. What's good, everybody? I think personally, I ain't gonna really speak on their situation because I don't know personally. I don't know none of them personally. I don't know what the fuck they got going on. Talking about Danny and Flip, if they got anything going on. But I think in generalization, because people of y'all caliber, Emanny, Flip, and whoever else we deem to be celebrities that we're fans of, that brings us here, are so close and available, people don't know how to not cross that boundary. When you look at Flip, yeah, he a wild persona to the media because that's his gig. That's what he been doing. And like he been explaining and everybody else been saying, shit, he know what comes with that. So what comes with that, he's willing to accept. But if you ain't, don't even teeter-totter or play on the fence in general for people because people really live like real life off the phone. Excuse me. So I just think all this shit, it just becomes grown men bitching and moaning, arguing about nothing. If it ain't really about no money, fuck it. make fun, have fun, but you gotta have boundaries. Period. Just respect another human. Even hearing you talk sometimes, Danny, this ain't got nothing to do with what y'all saying. It's just how you come off sometimes. Like, nah, you purposely say certain things knowing it's gonna get a reaction. So for you, I'm thinking and I'm assuming.
I ain't saying shit, man. These people are
right, bro, you
sick,
cutting me
threatening
off,
me and shit.
bro.
I should be able to get my
And
shit
that's
off.
fine, bro. But right now, it's my turn to get my shit off. So even that's disrespectful.
No, but you saying things that ain't
no,
true.
I said for me, how I feel, what I've been seeing. How you gonna tell me that's not true?
Because your perspective is jaded. It's not
how
true.
You're gonna tell me my perspective?
Because you're evaluating
From
me
what
from your
I'm
standpoint,
seeing.
but not
But wouldn't that make it his
what this guy's
perspective?
doing.
Exactly.
Nah,
So how
because
are
you
speaking on
can't
my
say this
perspective?
perspective, but doesn't acknowledge all
There's
of
somebody that's not black almost said the N-word. I'm confused. Are we getting racist here?
Who said that?
Hey, yeah, you
somebody
almost
almost
slipped
said
up and said it.
somebody said,
You almost slipped up and
What?
said it. I
I'm
caught
in
it
Brooklyn.
too.
Who that? Who almost said
Somebody
nigga?
I said this dude because I was gonna say
somebody almost said niggas.
Yeah, but
Somebody
see,
that's
you
not
feel
black
offended.
almost said that.
Nah, I never almost said that. You lied.
Yo, Emanny,
Yo, I said these dudes, but then I had to change it to this dude.
Yo, E, give me the
Yo.
word.
Yeah.
E, give me the word.
Flip, stop throwing money in people's faces. I changed it to this dude.
There's somebody not black just almost said the word nigga.
See, this is why I can tell you failed your region.
Hold on.
Because you can't comprehend.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Because y'all niggas is stupid, but let me certified. Thank you, man, for coming up and saying what you said, giving your perspective. Danny, I want to give you the opportunity to respond to certified.
Nah, shout out to certified. I just think when you do an analogy type thing and it's not even. I'm sorry, I gotta step in. But shout out to Flip. I think just hit the library, man. That's all. Because sometimes you don't understand things and you intentionally misinterpret things.
Hey, yo,
but
E.
See, that's the point I'm making.
Yo,
hey,
E.
But that goes back to what Certified just said, though.
That's the point I'm making.
That goes back to what Certified just said.
Can you hear me?
Certified just said you say things to get a reaction. You
Yo,
say
OG,
things to belittle somebody.
I think it's like
Oh,
Meek Mill,
OG, can you hear me?
But you belittling somebody and you expecting them to
OG
respect you.
Stats, can I hear?
Belittling
Hey, yo, OG Stats, can I hear you? Can you hear me real quick?
I got you. Go ahead, gang.
Listen, I just want to say this to you and E. Now.
Oh, now you're talking to me.
Yo, you and Emanny, and OG Stacks. Let me ask you guys a question.
Oh, no.
I want to ask you a question. So, I heard if somebody is intentionally misinterpreting something, does that mean that they're stupid, or that means that they're doing it on purpose?
If it's intentional, that means that's something that you're doing on purpose.
So that means that you're aware that you can address it in a certain way, but you choose to address it another way. Does it have anything to do with intellect?
No.
Oh, okay, I just want to make sure I speak to some people that I didn't graduate from high school, so I just want to make sure I speak to some people that understand.
That would be the way someone try to hide the fact that they don't know what they're talking about, though.
I'm trying to just get an understanding, because if somebody say, "Yo, you got to go and you are dumb, you got to go read a book, go to the library. Brooklyn Library is right there. Go to it," and then they say you're intentionally misinterpreting things, that's an oxymoron to me.
Because you're contradicting what you're saying.
Let me mute up.
Yo, hold on. So real quick, we got Don just came up. Furious just came up. I don't know if y'all want to add anything.
I just wanted to say I feel like we're moving past this, and then he keeps antagonizing Flip with that comment.
How am I antagonizing? He's talking about stalking me and shit.
You almost get out of it, and then you start saying something like that. Like, chill out, bro.
Nah,
you're not getting the gravity of the situation right now, bro. Like, chill out.
The gravity of the situation. That's a good one.
That's crazy.
Are you disrespecting science?
I'm gonna do something real quick, right? So
I just feel like he got a vendetta against him. It ain't going nowhere.
Hold on, I'm gonna do this, right? Because I don't want to make this a drawn out thing. I'm gonna let Furious go on. Don, unless Don, you was finished, and then Furious can go ahead.
I'm done. I just wanted to get that off.
All right, salute, bro.
Yeah, I don't got too much to add to this situation, just because I think, Danny and Flip got their own kind of personal shit going on. And I don't think it's ever going to end, but I think when it does come to content, you got to take it with a grain of salt. If niggas not really touching you or physically harming you, then it is what it is, kind of water off a duck's back. Because it's like, people say a lot of different things in different scenarios, and yeah, you could pull up on them and beat their ass, but how many times can you really do that? If you do that once, okay, you get it off. Now they continue. What's your next motive to get them to stop? So I think the biggest thing is really what y'all doing is ignoring it, but at the same time, it's like, I don't think Danny be saying nothing that crazy compared to other creators who I've seen call people meat riders, dick eaters, glazer, all types of crazy stuff. So I think it is what it is, though. I don't think it's nothing too crazy.
They were willing to die.
Can I ask you can I ask you a question? Well, because me and you have had maybe like really small little spats, and I might have had moments, well, not might have, I've had moments where I've threatened and said shit with you, right? Is there a way where at certain points you're just expecting people to keep a certain level of energy, or just to either ignore you so that you don't even have to have the back and forth? Like, isn't like if the resolve is to tell someone, yo, just stop getting emotional or stop approaching something in a certain manner, then why can't the same be said for telling the person, yo, just stop talking about this person? Like, why can't both be?
He's on the pod. If he wasn't on the Joe Budden pod, I never talked
Danny.
about that.
And then you can respond to what I'm saying, but I'm asking Furious, do you think that it's possible to, like exactly how you're telling Flip what you're saying, is there a world where you can share the same sentiments with Danny as far as like, yo, why do you keep antagonizing someone? But you just, or you don't see it as antagonizing?
No, I think, I mean, it is to a degree. Like, when you on camera, when you creating content, you got to step outside yourself to create content. You got to be entertaining. So however Danny want to do that, that's on him. But in regards to, whatever I said about you and how you responded, at the end of the day, if you tell me, if I'm a creator and you tell me, hey, never speak about my shoes, you're pinpointing me to speak about your shoes even more. That's just the internet. So if you come on the internet not actually understanding the nature of the internet and how it actually works, and that's not everybody, but most people do take the blueprint of, hey, I'm gonna troll my way into subs. I'm gonna troll my way into eyes. I'm gonna troll my way into marketing. That's just naturally how it works. And y'all do it on the JPP. Y'all say things sometimes that are a little bit dramatized to get y'all points across, so that way it can go viral. So yes,
my bad.
I understand what you're saying,
and I don't want to cut you up, but I agree with what you're saying, and I think Flip and everyone else would agree with you in that statement. The point that we making, and whenever we do that, we have the understanding that at that point, whatever comes with it is going to come with it, and we're not cowering from it. It's like, and to be very honest with you, I think anytime that I've ever said something, and I'm just speaking for me, anytime I've said something that might have been taken as, yo, I'm just trying to really shit on a person. If there's anybody on there outside of Joe who's had to come back and apologize, I've been the apology tour nigga before. So I think there's moments where, yeah, I might get caught up in my feelings about something, and I'll take the second to step back and be like, you know what, I was bugging. Boom, boom, boom. Let me just chill. So, but if let's just say I said something about OVO, whatever, and I'm now outside in the club and it's a few of them niggas out there, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call my niggas and we're going to have an issue. If you're not prepared to live in,
you got to stand on it by yourself. You got to fight by yourself.
Well, that's not being said for the person, because if I make a comment about Drake, y'all not saying what Drake got to stand on it by himself. You saying OVO? Hold on.
One-on-one.
You're not giving a fair example. I literally just said, if I'm talking about a person and that person has an issue with me, and then his crew decide to want to do something to me, not him, his crew, I am now going to respond in the same manner. That's fair. I think that's fair. I'm prepared to handle things in that manner. If I say something about you, Danny, that you don't respect, and you say, yo, E, don't say shit about me, and I don't give a fuck about it, and I don't think I'm doing nothing wrong, and you see me in the street and decide to swing on me, I gotta respect that, and I gotta handle it and get on my biz. That's all niggas is saying. I don't see what's the disconnect.
G shit. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't think we gotta go in circles. I do know Flip has said some very mean things about me. He's called me a spick. He said a word that rhymed with maggot. I don't think I'm getting an apology. That's made me sad at times. I can't even sleep sometimes when I'm eating my cereal bowl at night.
See what I'm saying?
I'm just saying it's hard. But this is true. This is true, Emanny. This is what's happened. This is what's happened. And Levita could put her hands down. It's
Danny,
fine. I understand.
Danny,
She's
you're
a pod
good. You're
writer.
good. You're good
But
at being condescending. You're good at being funny about things. We
we
get it.
all have our tools.
I know. And cool. And continue to use your
And it's
tools.
worked on all of y'all.
Well, it's.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Emanny, do you think that even let's say
All the
Danny
ones who
did
don't take it too
apologize,
serious
do you
is
think
work.
that
Because there's some people
his
that have
apology
talked
would
that are fine with
Wait,
it.
stop.
resolve anything?
Yeah, go ahead, because I want you to say what you're saying, Furious, and then I want to be able to address what Danny said.
Well, I was saying, if Danny did apologize, do you think that it would actually resolve anything, Emanny?
No,
I know
I
Flip
don't.
just left.
No one's asking for an apology. Like, no matter, like, even in me saying to
So
Danny,
there is no corrective action. It's just like it's up there, and that's what it is.
No, because I think
y'all want me to change. I can't hear Flip.
I think the resolve at this point is understanding we are in the spaces we're in. I had to take the time to understand the space that Danny's in. For one, I watched his content before even interacting with him, so I understood it. Now you're affected differently when you now become the subject and the topic of it, and that's just a human reaction. I'm being vulnerable and just saying, yo, yeah, when certain things are said a certain way, it does affect me. I had to readjust on how I go about entertaining that. I don't really pay attention to it anymore. And if I do decide to have a conversation with him, I'm not going to be emotionally invested at this point. I've already understood him to the T at this point, which is why there's no emotion attached to this conversation. It's not going to be no screaming. I don't have the need to insult him even when he's trying to be funny. It is what it is. The same with you. Like, me and you had interaction and it wasn't the best of interaction at this point. I don't feel the need to have to do that with you because it doesn't service anything. We should be able to find a way to get on here, disagree. If we want to be funny, we can be funny. But if I choose that, if I decide that you are no longer beneficial in conversation or even having conversation with, I'll just choose to just not talk to you no more.
I think you're referring to Furious. I know you're talking about Furious, but just for clarity, you're referring to your interaction with Furious, not with me.
Yeah, I'm talking to Furious, and even in my interactions with Danny before, my interactions I had with Raqi before, like anybody that I've ever had an interaction with that could have been confused for being emotional, disrespectful, or anything, I've either came back and apologized or I've just left it be, and we've moved along peaceful. That's it. And I also don't want to tell you how to do content. Like, Danny still speaks how he speaks.
You kind of are.
Excuse me?
I have a question.
You kind of
Emanny,
are.
I have a question for you. Are you have real life connections with Flip, right?
Yeah.
So if you are real life connected and Flip has drawn a line in the sand for how he wants to handle something, why are you continuing to antagonize a situation that he's already said he's going to handle or feel a certain way about by trying to be a peacemaker?
I'm not trying to be a peacemaker.
Or you know that somebody is going to continue to throw jabs at him. That is their thing, right? And we're having and they're having a dialogue that is either between them or whatever, but then we platform a conversation to continue to push somebody in a conversation.
Joneé,
you get what I'm saying?
Wait,
so and I'm just saying.
Hold on, Joneé.
Well, I thought I was talking to Emanny, right?
Hold on, Joneé. That's not how this started. So I understand that coming in to the conversation at whatever point looks like that, but I also said, yo, I'm not going to have this conversation happen unless Flip wants to come up and address anything that was said prior to him leaving. I mean, post him leaving.
Right,
so
but I think you're missing what I'm saying. I'm not saying platform like that because I know those on this stage like to get hung up on words because like they like to run back and do what they do. What I'm saying is if there's a moment where you see it's not going anywhere and Flip is who he is and he has said what he said, and to continue to, well, what does this person have to say? And then there's just like an agreement on both sides. I think the continuing of pushing, well, we all should be able to do what I do. That's not everybody. The way that Flip wants to handle it may not be how he handles the social media stuff. I'm just saying.
Well, Joneé, you're right. But see, this is the part where people have to take ownership of themselves. Each person that's now attached to the conversation has the option to leave the room. So the room was never started based around them. And so for me, I'm not going to end a space or cut off a conversation because it's not really servicing what people might deem to be the better good. Like Flip, first off, Flip ain't never gonna be motivated to do nothing he don't want to do. So I can't convince him to sit here and have a conversation. And I believe the same with Danny. So if they both decided that they didn't want to be a part of this conversation, and let's just be serious, the conversation is content. So, and I think any conversation.
So you're doing it for content.
I got on a space for
It
content.
gets the people going.
Got it. Okay. So as long as we know we're not trying to get to resolve and we're trying to get to content, then I think I understand.
But there can be resolve in the content, Joneé.
She's spinning you, bro. You getting
No,
spun.
I know. I get what's going on.
I think you've always tried to toe that.
I think when people aren't getting what they want out of something. Yeah, like everyone does stuff up here for content and has had some level of messiness within their content. So I don't want to make it seem like for the most part, this content today was positive. So
the content today was positive, but I could have sworn you said let's get to the mess. Wasn't that the name of the no?
No, I see that's what you missed. I started
what happened? I thought it was
no. The name of the room was Let's Talk Drama. And if anybody who was in there when I first started, hold on. If anybody who was in when I first started it,
anyway, I can't hear nobody. I gotta be out.
Anyway.
Thank you, everybody. Salute.
Yeah.
Rock with the stop.
Salute.
Peace.
When I first started the space, I said, yo, we were having a conversation about Jordan and Neely, and it was 30-something people in here. And I said, yo, you know what? Let's just do a real quick social experiment. We're having this conversation. I'm going to change the name of the room to Let's Talk Drama, and let's just see where it goes from there. And instantly, once I did that, people came to the room. So no, that wasn't the basis of the room.
Yo, E, can I say something real quick, please, to you, brother?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when I was we also figured out that there may be a cry for attention, and I tell you why. Because I was just going through my notes. You know, they shout out to Ish plug. Well, I'm not blaming Ish plug, but I was going through my notes, and there was a smear campaign saying that how bad I did while I was the A mic, right? And nigga did bad. People were complaining, and then when we put the votes together and the numbers together, it's about 70-30, 70 and positive. Like, yo, Flip did his thing. So once we realize that people are willing to comment or use their platforms to comment something negative because they're not getting the attention that they want, they're not getting the acknowledgement, it becomes null and void. So all I have to do now is just wait for something disrespectful to happen. And as long as it doesn't happen, man, people get to do whatever they do. I get to do what I do, and we get to move on, man. It's not really that big of a deal. I do make it a big deal because I guess it's unfair for me to do so because of the experience that I've experienced while doing content, because of the issues that I've been involved in or participated in based off my simple comments. I mean, I remember I commented on the guy that I thought he used his daughter in Chicago as a shield when the car got shot up at McDonald's, and I got threatened. Not only that some nigga from Chicago that know him, I had a face-to-face issue with him back and forth in the city of Manhattan. This is a blog I did a while ago. If you go to my page and say put Chicago QueenzFlip, his people's came like, you say he used his daughter as a shield user. What's up? Like, and people got involved. Like, these things happen when you do content. And I felt like, yo, my nigga, your daughter got killed. They was looking for you. That was reckless. I said what I said, and them niggas came at me when they were out here. It happens. So we acting like we're trying to change even though we're supposed to change and grow with it, we can't change what's been going on in hip hop or this type of culture or this culture for years. Every action has a reaction. You say something, it happens. The biggest celebrities to the smallest ones, it happens. Should somebody be allowed to say how they feel? Yes. Should somebody be allowed to critique your work? Yo, I think that you're doing bad. I think that this is the podcast that I love, and your iteration to this podcast is not good. I think that you're more, that's their right. But with me, it's like, I don't like you, I don't fuck with you. And these, the powers that may be or the people that's in charge keep bringing your name up. I'm looking for you to say something that's against my morals and principles, and I'm going to see you. That's up to you as a man to say, you know what, I do what I want to do, and I take whatever come with that. Period. It happens to me. It happens to everyone else. And I'm not, like, I don't, people be thinking that when we say these things that, yo, we're big and bad. No, we're not big and bad. This shit happens to us. It happens. Joe is an example with the Migos shit, like the Cardi shit. Like, we all go through things where we say things where people feel away. That's it. That's the media game that we're in. Should there be peace? Of course there should be peace. Should niggas just let it brush off their shoulders? Of course they should. Let that shit brush off your shoulders. My niggas not that serious. I just say it's the poison that you choose to swallow. You pick your poison. So I just wanted to say that right there. You know what I mean? Because then now, when you start to, it goes from critique to personal, right? Like, it's emotional. So if somebody say, yo, all the fans were saying Flip did bad as an A-Mike, then we look at the views, and you see Melissa Ford coming out saying this. You got the people behind the scenes, yo, nigga, you did good. And like, that means, okay, you speaking from because you don't like Flip. And rightfully so. I wouldn't like a nigga that's keep threatening me. I don't take that personal. I wouldn't like a nigga that's threatening or having niggas watch me if I'm going inside these restaurants and niggas is looking at me and making me feel nervous. I got to reach in my pocket for pepper spray. I would be mad too. I use whatever platform and power that I can use to take them down. I don't think a nigga wrong. I'm just saying, yo, as long as my family's not mentioned, my son's not mentioned, we good. And I stand on that, and that's it. I don't want to have conversations. I don't want to be cool. I don't want niggas on the show. I don't want to talk to anybody. That's just not my thing. That's not what I want to do. I'm not interested in making amends. I'm not interested, because in order to make amends, you have to leave the door open. You got to at least crack the door to make amends, right? You got to crack the door. Like, hey, yo, I ain't like what Flip did before, but this is how I feel. This is what I see. You got to crack the door. So if you keep playing, I'm going to play. I'm going to show you that you're not willing to play the game I'm willing to play. In order to make amends, I'm almost done. In order to make amends, you have to crack the door. While all you guys are in here saying, yo, be mature, and I respect that, and I appreciate that, right? And I understand that. But at the same time, this is the game that we're in. This is what comes with the territory. And it's either you built Ford tough, shout out to Melissa Ford, or you on that city bike shit. But those are kind of strong too.
Yo, real quick, because I want Jaewon just came up. Nick Nack had her hand up. Yo, Nick Nack, I want you to go, but
my fault. Shout out to Jaewon.
Yo, Joneé, that was nasty too. That you left from the speakers. I'm gonna get your ass later. That was nasty, but I'm gonna get you. Nick Nack, go ahead, and then shit, Jaewon.
Hey, to the stage. I just wanted to say, Flip is one of your biggest critics and also a fan. I say, I usually don't like when you A-Mike, but I love this last time. I love when you A-Mike. There was a really good thing. I hate to hear you arguing with Buddy. You getting a bag over there. You getting your money. You doing all the things that you doing. You growing in the business. I don't think it's worth it to crash out over him. I think you got your family looking at you. Your wife love the shop. Keep doing that. And then if you have to crash out, if you have to do it, make it content. I think I heard E allude to boxing, or y'all doing some kind of boxing stuff. Fight them in the ring. Get in the ring with them. How much would it cost for y'all to get in the ring and make it content?
See, when I suggested that, niggas thought I was joking. I thought that was funny.
Well, I'm sorry. Well, I don't think that's something that anyone is. First of all, let me address. Thank you for your comments and thank you for your compliment. I appreciate it. I mean, it's the fourth quarter. Backs against the wall, and we got to work and carry our weight. Joe's been holding this shit on his back, even during lackluster performances. And while we may not agree sometimes, he still paved the way and show us how to carry a show. I find myself implementing some of his practices into my own show. So I appreciate you acknowledging that. I want to shout out everybody on the podcast that allowed that to happen, and that because it was a team. It was one team, one dream. Everybody was happy. Everybody was participating. So it's just not only me. But I appreciate that you acknowledging that, and salute to you. As far as boxing, I'm not really interested to box anybody. And I'm not even really interested into fighting anybody. If I do something and make some content out of it, I'm gonna do it, when I'm ready to do it. I just love watching people squirm and tote the line. I think it's amazing. I think that for me to have that much power to watch a nigga be mindful. Oh, I'm gonna say this, but I'm not gonna say that. Like I like that. I like it. I'm a narcissist. right? I'm evil. I like all that shit. I like to watch it. I like to watch a nigga squirm. I like my man send me a receipt. Yo, look at this stupid nigga right here. Look at him. You want no problems? Look at this person. They want no smoke. I just like it. Right, wrong, or indifferent, I like it. So it's something I'm willing to deal with, but it's not really a big deal. We focusing on a bigger picture. 2025 is coming up. A lot of changes is happening, and that's what I'm focusing on. But I do want to acknowledge and salute you for giving me that love, and you know, we're working on improper improv now. So thank you. Yo, Jaewon, what's good, bro?
Yo, what's good, everybody?
What's good?
Yo, Flip.
What's good,
I
Jay?
just want to give you your flowers as a person who grew to know you since being on the pod, and how my opinions on from a fan's perspective of me thinking you didn't fit the pod. You do your thing, bro. I was there in the background. Y'all all held it down without Joe being there. You did it smooth, bro. What I come to realize is a lot of these niggas, bro, think they can do what we all up there doing because they sit in these spaces and they really can't. And they just going, this is
That's
how
not
they,
true.
instead of them attempting or creating their own pods, this is how they make their content, bro. But you got it, bro. You did your thing. You held it down. Fuck these niggas, bro.
Yo,
That's
hey, yo,
it.
Jaewon, let me say this though, and I appreciate that, right? Like, cause I appreciate, especially coming from you. You know, I watch how me and you built into a friendship that, you know, that we're still building on, and I watched the respect, and I watched the different view that you gave yourself room enough to watch me grow. Like you gave yourself room to just pay attention and be less judgmental, and I appreciate that. So I gotta suck. I watch that shit. People don't know I watch that shit in real time. I watch how you first came, how your looks was like, and I watch how you just now sit back and try to understand while being there and understand the pressure. So that means a lot coming from you. You know, I appreciate you as well, bro. Like I think that you're great. A lot. You know, I sat there and I watched you read a book while we were potting, which made me go buy a book. I ain't gonna like this nigga reading a book. Who the fuck this nigga young nigga think he is? Let me go get. You know what I'm saying? So
that nigga had a mark. That nigga had a marker too and was taking notes and shit.
He had a mark.
Smart ass nigga.
He had $1. Yo, I'm so observant. He had $1
as a bookmark.
As a bookmark. Yeah.
In fact, you gotta pay yourself when you finish reading.
Yo, I thought that was great, man. I was thoroughly impressed. And I'm thoroughly impressed by your knowledge, even when it comes to hip hop. When I watch, you know, when I see your name pop up, I sit down and I watch it, and I'm just impressed, man. And I learned as well. I learned from you. You know, it's just what my poison is, man. Like, you know, I'm not really a hip hop guy. I'm just a guy that's in media and just try to adjust to anything that's thrown at me. That's really what I thrive in. I thrive on being a chameleon and trying to adjust in everything and using real life experiences to comment on things. You guys show me and Joe showed me that being researched is important in this game. And that's one thing I learned even watching you, because you come up there and you like bow, 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 bow. You know things. I'm like, damn, I said like, damn, this nigga's going. And I'm impressed. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you just my nigga. I appreciate it. You inspire me. I appreciate you acknowledging that. And you know, I mute up. Salute, bro.
Yo, salute.
Period.
You too. You held it down too, man. They tried to flip our argument. I ain't. You feel me? They've been attacking me all day, bro. It's so good.
Listen. Bro, I don't at this point, bro. I don't even care to like. I just want to pod. Like I just want to pod. I just want to get better at this shit. Like I can't even get attached to it because I have to be willing to accept that there's gonna be moments where, and it might be a lot of moments where I just don't be knowing what the fuck I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. But here's my I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive me because I have to go in a little bit. I'm sorry. Here's my thing though. These people don't understand. There's a lot of pressure up there being on the #1 podcast in hip hop in the hip hop space. Like I'm not gonna deny the pressure.
That is a fact.
Of to deliver. Like these people keep saying, "Oh, it's easy." It's not easy. The nigga Joe Budden set the bar high, bro. To even be mentioned in the same sentence as him is an honor. Like all them niggas that this Joe wants to be up there. Everybody, all his competition that came up there was recording his setup. I watched them. So how they can improve on what they do. I saw them. So what I'm saying is that it's a lot of pressure, and I speak passionately about it because the niggas set the fucking bar high. Yeah, we all got egos, so we don't like when he says this and we don't like when he says that. But at the end of the day, it's facts. Because when you go back and listen to it, it's like, okay, I see what he's saying. Sometimes you think a nigga being a dick, but it's just how he convey his messages. He don't mean to be that way. It's just how I do it. So once you get past that, once you get past you understand what he's saying. So people gotta understand there's a lot of pressure being up there, and we just gotta we all adjusted, and we have adjusted well. We're not gonna have all good days. And some days you come in there, it's like, all right, what the fuck we gonna do? How we gonna do it? And niggas
Well,
got
Flip.
real life shit
Flip. Let
going.
me just say.
My fault.
Which
Go
is
ahead.
which is
I just had to
which,
get that off.
which is why I don't really get concerned at this point any longer with having to be concerned about comment. Furious, I'm gonna let you go right after this too. My bad. I don't really get too concerned about any of the comments, and I still want to be aware just because I feel like it's just research for me. But I don't feel the pressure of that. Because the person who hired me is the person that I feel is giving me the tutelage to go ahead and get better. And at any moment he feel like I'm not getting better, I know he will come and tell me. Like, as much as people joke, nobody up there is a friend hire. Like, I get the joke. Like, all right, yeah, niggas is friends and niggas only got a job because no, like Joe 100% will fire niggas if you feel like niggas ain't pulling they weight. Like, and he will figure out a next play. Like, so I look at that as my pole of where do I need to be within this space. If the guy that brought me here to be a part of his podcast is telling me I need to get better, I'm going to take that into consideration. If he's telling me I'm getting better and I'm good, then I'm going to listen to that. All the rest of you really don't matter to me. Like, sad to say, like I would like for you guys to really relate in some type of way, but this is entertainment and we there to entertain, and it's also a business. And if he's trusting for us to keep building and building on a product to keep this profitable, I can give a fuck less about what y'all really think about me. I just want to make sure I'm playing my part to make sure that this continues to be profitable, not just for me, but for him, period. Like, he's trusting us to do this job. And in so many industries where niggas don't hire their friends or don't even take the chance on their friends or people that they love, and you get somebody that finally does it, it's like, why y'all be so quick to just chop the cast down? I be confused, but it is what it is. Furious, go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like I said a whole bunch of stuff, so I just want to address a couple of things. Jaewon, I feel like a couple of dudes from the other spaces might have you wiped down just as far as numbers, bro. We do podcasts, we create, and the numbers is there. Even Danny, his numbers is straight. Hence why he could get the feedback from Emanny and Flip and all that. So you don't really got to shit on them boys to kind of big up.
No, I wasn't. Let me say this real quick.
There's no feedback from me. Hold on, wait.
Hold on, guys. Let.
Yeah,
respect, Flip it.
Let's let. Got it. All right, got you.
And then I wasn't shitting on y'all more so furious. It was just like, and this wasn't directly to them. So that statement was really a blanket statement. And if the shoe fit, put that motherfucker on and lace it up. It wasn't directed to nobody. You feel me? If y'all do that, that's cool. That's dope. I wasn't shitting on nobody specific.
Oh, respect. And then Flip, I don't think anybody thinks that shit is easy. At the opposite end, I think it's actually pretty tough. That's why they might have some of those critiques as somebody who creates. It's like, oh, we can see where y'all need to do the homework. We can see where y'all maybe need to hit some spots because y'all missing stuff. Like, that's why people are saying you might not be the best A mic, is because as an A mic, you got to be able to articulate your thoughts and go back and forth with B mics and C mics. Now, if you cutting people off, that's not the best kind of iteration of what we want to see, because we want to see a back and forth. It's a debate show. It's kind of based on a ESPN, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp type of deal. So if we don't get that, then it's like, damn, we just hear groupthink and we hear one type of point.
Well, then, and I agree with that, right? But that's not what how Joe wants his show to be, right? Or Joe wouldn't add these different pieces to the puzzle. Think about that. Like, he knows what he's doing. We have to also accept that. Whether a nigga may think I'm good as an A mic or not, I ran a show for years, a successful show with a lot of numbers. So what I'm saying is that if Joe tell me, yo, Flip, when I'm going, sit there. I know how you're gonna do it. It's because maybe sometimes you need an adrenaline in the arm or a different perspective. Or I want to see how this works. I want to see what you learned from here, how you're gonna do that with your style. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand that, but when I'm sitting there, I'm not really there to debate. I'm really there to learn. Like, with me, I want to learn in real time, hear my people's opinion, because I'm still learning. I'm learning in real time because I secluded myself from all that fucking media shit that I just started getting into it really for the past 2 years. of doing research. I had tunnel vision. Yo, I'm gonna do this gang shit. I'm gonna find out the Bloods. I'm gonna find out who started Nietas. I'm gonna find the Latin Kings. I'm gonna do that. Like that was my focus. I cut the whole world out. Now being on Joe shit, I had to get more. I had to do more research and do more understanding. So I appreciate your comment, and I do understand what you're saying. But I also want you to understand that Joe know what he's doing, and he understands what he's doing. So you just extend grace when it comes to that. When I sit there, it's just a whole different thing. Like he knows what's gonna happen, and when he's there, he holds the ball high. When I'm there, I hold the ball where I hold the ball, and that's just where it's at. That's where it's at. But I get it. I respect. I understand what you're saying, but respect. It's just my own style.
But I think that's kind of goes in line with what we see is that you guys put a lot of focus on the negative comments and reactions that are sent to you, because obviously you guys have somebody that's sending you all the negative shit, and where there's an opportunity to comb through that and receive some constructive criticism from people who are actually doing the same thing. Because I think it would work vice versa, that if it was taken seriously and actually looked at of who's saying what, you might be able to get some points. And no, not everybody has the right opinion or the right thing to say, but there's always room for introspective.
But Slick, let me ask you a question though. Are niggas really doing the same thing? I think that's I think that's kind of like the disconnect. Don't get me wrong, niggas are creating content. There are other people who are creating content, and they're doing it consistently, but it ain't really the same thing. It's not.
There's levels.
There's levels. There's definitely levels to this shit.
Yeah,
And
dog. You gotta.
unless you sit on that level to really see the effect of what sitting on that level looks and feels like, and the response of it, you can't really speak to how niggas should operate under it.
It's
And
not
you know what's
like
funny?
that.
I want to go back and I'm a salute Ice and Ish, and I did already in private, but I remember when I came up there and I said, and I wasn't really speaking to how they pod. I was saying to them, yo, niggas got to research and watch. Niggas only, pod 2 days a week. Like, I remember saying that. And I still, I stood in that statement of, how hard could it be? You only doing it 2 days a week. Nigga, I was dead wrong. No, nigga, it's not easy. So the more I was doing it, I had to see, oh, you know what? I understand what they were saying. I still think that there's a level of research that could go into it personally. But
Yeah,
but when you
can I respond to that when you're done?
Yeah. But when you're not sitting in that seat and you're not dealing with the influx of comments and the influx of not just the comments, but the people in your actual life who comment on it, the people who day to day now wanting to comment and call you about it, like it's a different level of effect. So yeah, you might want to not really compare or really want to take to the words of, I don't want to say novice, but I don't want a novice telling me how to do a expert's job.
So it's tough because I don't really look at anybody on that. No disrespect. I don't look at anybody on that pod outside of Joe as an expert, because if you look at Melissa Ford, and shout out to her show by herself is not doing that great. And if you look at Flip, he tore down the set because he got a lot of feedback, or he got some words about the set and they realized, oh, that's not working. The set is kind of goofy for what they're trying to do. So they took it down. And then if you really look at the way y'all podcast is structured, it's structured like an NBA team. So you got LeBron at the top, aka Joe, then you got the fill-ins, you got Knight, whoever, Reeves, whoever on the team. And we looking at the skill set of, if you take Reeves off this team and put him on the Utah Jazz, is he going to be the same person? No. And that's how I look at it. Some of y'all boys is actually in those positions for a reason. Y'all not A mics, and no disrespect. Y'all are C mics and B mics, and that's cool. So I do look at it as, yo, some of us can actually keep up and hold conversation, because it's all about going back and forth when you really on the mics. It's not oh, I'm sitting next to Joe, so now I'm elevated to Joe. It's like, hey, can I keep up?
But Furious, any yeah, hold on real quick. Any great team, any TV show, anything that's always been centered around.
Is E there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me? Oh, Flip, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So
where's E at? E, we can't hear you. Is E trying to talk?
Yeah, no, we can hear E. You can't
it's,
hear
it's
him.
you. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Drop down, Flip, and come back.
Okay.
So in any structure of anything, right? So before I even get into that analogy, let me just point out, Flip has been in entertainment and content for years upon years before even getting with Joe. That's one. So has Mel. So have I. So has Parks. So when I'm speaking to that level of experience, we are way more advanced than anybody else you can bring up at this point in the levels of entertainment. Now, yes, this is a new field of entertainment, but just understanding just the grasp of entertainment on a financial level and on a creative level is nothing none of you niggas can tell me about that shit. Now, you might be able to tell me about how to maybe be a better orator or maybe a better debater, but that's just only one form that comes to this shit. And that's the part that y'all miss. Y'all watch this shit and y'all think it's only one thing that needs to be done up there, which is talk and hold conversation. And it's not. It's way more than that. So
yeah, I didn't say that. I think it's
okay.
dynamic. It's dynamic.
So yeah, so now when you talk about, let's just say you could be the greatest person dynamic wise on your own, but then we put you in a room with 4 other people and you just don't make sense. It's just a mesh thing. So when people have this complaint of, well, Joe is the only A mic. Yeah, it's Joe's show and he is supposed to be the fucking A mic. Now, does that mean some of us can't at some point step up and take
lead?
You take lead? No, and that's a skill that you have to build up to. But initially, yeah, Joe is the lead of the show. He is the most experienced. He was already a star before coming on and doing the show, and that's what y'all expect of him. Otherwise, y'all wouldn't be watching.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna tell you. You know what else it is too, though. E, they don't realize if it's 6 people, 7 people up there at a time, that's a lot of back and forth. Points will be missed. You ain't gonna be able to get your point off. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth conversation and around and over loopholes you got to get through. Like, it's not as simple as y'all think it is. So if you watch when every member of the pod go do another pod where it might be less people, or interview 2-3 people, and they're able to get their thoughts off, we able to get our thoughts off, people be like, oh shit. It's really just a matter of it's a lot in a little bit of time.
Yeah,
we trying to get topics off in a short amount of period of time, so the arguments or conversation don't drag out. But you got to remember, it's 7 people at a time, 6 people at a time. It's no way for you to please everybody, and y'all gotta give more grace to the cast. And I don't feel like that's
Yeah,
given enough.
I'm not looking at it like that, because I have seen people, not give takes because they want to be political, save ties, whatever it is, save their relationships. And I'm saying it in the sense of, yo, if you step away from that pod and you're solely on your own, how much traction are you going to garner as an A mic? Because that's how I look at it. I see Joe as his own entity, and then I see the rest of the cast. So I look at it like that. And if your point is valid and your point is strong, it's going to be on that show. It's not going to be no edits. It's not going to be no, let's take it out. If you got a good point, it's going to get out. It's not no, oh, I can't get my point out because there's 7 other people, because some people up there sit on mute and you can get it off if you really want to.
Nah, that's not true, bro.
Furious, you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised.
It's not true.
Like, I just,
You
know what?